This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion. Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. Lawrence, I don't know about you, but I want to find anyone who ever told me that they stopped watching Doctor Who after David Tennant left, or because Stephen Moffat can't write. I want to invite them all to a dinner party. I want them to eat and drink and enjoy their evening. I want them to laugh and joke with each other as they drink more wine. I want them to ingest a beautiful little dessert and wash it down with some more champagne. I want them to eat and drink like they have never been fed before. And then, when all the bottles are empty and all the plates are clear, then, and only then, will I fucking shoot them with a gun. Very good.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone and welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast in the world. My name's Lawrence, I'm joined by Nathan as always, and we're going through each episode of Doctor Who. Something got stuck in my throat there. I don't know if it came across. I think I recovered from it pretty well.
Do you always say we're going through each episode of Doctor Who?
No, but I'm trying to add stuff into it since we got rid of
that felt new. I like it.
Yeah, you don't like it or you do like it?
No, I do. I like it.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. It's rare that I get a compliment from you in the intro phase.
Anyway, continue. Don't get
Anyway, we're going through all the time and space watching Doctor Who. Nathan, how about you? How are you doing today, good sir?
Yeah, I'm all right. Did you like my intro?
I did like your intro, yeah. And also, would I constitute as one of those people you put into the room? Because technically, I'm now a believer, though.
Yeah, I know, but you were still, you wasn't. So
it's too late. Conversion is lost. You can't do it.
Yeah, so you'd still be in that room, all right? I'd be one of the first. The more cultured amongst you, our more cultured listeners might know that intro was partly inspired by one Sue Sylvester.
Really? Okay.
Yes, from Glee. You know, when she does that, like, I wanted to do something, like, because the idea was, it was to make you think, like, I'm going to do a big poisoning thing, and then it's the rug pull is I'm going to shoot you with a gun instead, because that's funny, you know?
Yeah.
And there's the Sue Sylvester thing where she, like, says to Will, one day I'm gonna like buy you a puppy and then I'm gonna make you fall in love with that puppy and you'll raise that puppy and like be so bonded and attached to that puppy and then I will punch you in the face.
It's unrelated.
And it's so good. It's one of the best Sue lines in the show.
Sue Sylvester, I genuinely, because I was watching a spell of Glee with my wife a couple of months back.
Spell of Glee?
Just a little spell of Glee.
Abracadabra.
But I genuinely say this unashamedly. I think Sue Sylvester is one of TV's greatest characters.
Oh, 100%. Like fucking she's great. Right? Jane Lynch in that show is fucking incredible.
Just operating on God mode as well. Like I fucking lose it every single time. It's the same joke every time, and it's in like multiple times per season, multiple seasons, where she'll start switching out, and it will just play that song that ha ha ha, and the guy will stand up and go, "You're a menace, Sue Sylvester."
Yeah, it's great.
So every time it's great, funny.
Yeah. It's great. Anyway, Lawrence, I'm here to tell you that we are here to talk about
Culture Corner, I would imagine. We've got some culture to do.
Oh, do you have a Culture Corner?
I do have some culture. Before we get into the episode, it's right. Earlier, here's a peek behind the curtain. Earlier, I was saying to Nathan on the phone, I just don't know what I'd do. You know, because I like
talk on the phone sometimes.
Sometimes we talk on the phone. I'm not gonna don't want to blow smoke up here. Right? We talk outside of the podcast.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't want to just like finish the episode and then like Google a related thing and then be like, here's this, right? So I had it in my head while watching this episode, and something that I actually wanted to talk about was something that you've inadvertently brought to my attention without knowing so.
How dare you?
Nathan, what this culture is a fresh, hot, sexy piece of art from one artist named Peter Capaldi himself, right?
Oh, okay.
This is what you brought my attention to via osmosis because you were talking to someone else and not in a conversation with me, is that he is a man that likes to detail some artwork on his scripts that I found very, very nice and interesting.
Apparently, yeah.
And what I'll say is, watching this episode, I had a very, very tough time because it is the penultimate episode of Capaldi's run in Doctor Who. And I was very sad. And there's an air of finality to this, given that it's a finale. And I was very much considering my placement of where I might put Peter Capaldi in my top Doctors.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, while that conversation can wait for next week, I did want to just highlight that I love how much he loves the Doctor. Like, I really do. That's something that really shines through, and it's something that I was going to talk to you about next week anyway. But yeah, and I looked at some of his artwork that he did on the script, and I also found an autograph he'd done. A fan had bought an action figure and kept it in the box.
Yeah.
And he wrote Peter Capaldi wrote an autograph onto this thing, "Help, I've been miniaturized again." Peter Capaldi, and then in brackets, the Doctor with a question mark. Which I thought, I'm aware that it's weak culture because I can't show you artwork. It's an audio medium, right? But I
show the stream.
I don't have it on me, but
okay.
I would draw people's attention to it. I'll link a thread in the episode description where you can go and find it, and people can find it there. But it's I'm really gonna miss his level of enthusiasm. You can tell it's a role that he's really cared about playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I didn't want to be, I genuinely didn't want to be insincere. I didn't want to just read something that I didn't care about. So I was like, and while I was watching it, I just thought to myself, I'm going to miss how much he loves playing this part and seeing it on the screen. So I thought I'll talk about that. And that's my culture for this week, Nathan. I don't know if you've seen it, but you've got to go check it out.
I don't think I've seen a lot of Peter Capaldi's artwork on the scripts and stuff. I don't think I've seen that action figure one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Well, I did interrupt you because I wanted to talk to you about some culture real quick, but you tell us what we're doing here, what we're going to discuss.
What we're going to discuss, Lawrence, is your mum. No, we're going to discuss episode 142 of Both Still Got Legs and Doctor Who, season 10, episode 12, if you can believe, written by Stephen the Moth Moffat, directed by Rachel Taylor Slay. It is, of course, the Doctor. The Doctor falls.
The Doctor falls. He falls, Nathan.
He trips over.
Man, he stacks it a bit. Yeah. And everyone says, enjoy your trip. And he goes,
I know you've fallen, to quote one Missy Elliott.
Is that who's that?
It's a quote from Missy in this episode, but then I just thought about Missy Elliott, so I added on the Elliott.
I understand.
Do you know who Missy Elliott is?
We don't. Let's move on. There's no time.
Do you not know who Missy Elliott is?
The name rings a bell, but I actually don't know. No, I know who Billy Elliot is because I'm tapped into that.
Billy Elliott's not real, first of all.
Billy Elliot is so obviously real, and he danced. And his dad was in the mines, and his dad was John Barrowman, or his brother was John Barrowman, or someone was John Barrowman in that film.
Headbanger.
Oh yeah. I feel like this is just one of the songs. Like, I know the song. I don't know who did this song.
It's Missy Elliott.
You're old about this kind of stuff.
Don't even fucking need Culture Corner, all right? This is why Culture Corner is needed, all right? You don't even know who Missy Elliott is.
We've moved out of Culture Corner now. Are you reversing this? Are you putting it back in there?
Well, that is Culture Corner. Your Culture Corner homework is to learn who Missy Elliott is, all right?
Next week I'll come fully prepared.
Appreciate some culture, man.
I apologise. Nathan, before we move on, I should actually say that we
your freak on.
No. What, now? Right now?
No, not right now. I don't have time for that, quite frankly.
I will say before we move on, right, because you're right, we don't have time for that. I will say that we are live streaming these episodes on Patreon.
Oh, Lawrence, thank you so much. I'd love to let everyone know that we are live streaming these episodes on Patreon.
I don't want to reverse engineer it again. It was annoying last time.
Did you put it?
I did do it, but I didn't like doing it.
Great. Patreon, yes, we're live streaming the recordings of these episodes on Patreon right now. So if you want to join our Patreon companions, which is £5 a month, you can do so. And now you get access. One of the additional rewards now is that you get access to early, ad-free, uncut episodes that are also streamed live once. So check them out.
Tiny little small point. Yeah.
So check them out. If you're keen. If not, no worries.
You don't need to. It's no ends on us. We don't care. Yeah. What I will say, Nathan, is that you should continue telling us about this episode of Doctor Who. Where did you get to?
I think I finished it. Doctor Falls.
Oh, well, in that case, Nathan, what do you think about the show?
It's pretty good. No, but what do you think about this episode of the show specifically?
Very nice. Okay, well, you got me there.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to tell you all about my thoughts on just Doctor Who. Look, this is an unbelievable episode, man. This is.
I can believe it.
I'd heard a lot of smoke about how it was clearly the best season finale. Right?
Yeah.
And I'd be hard pressed to I don't know what the saying is. Should I be hard pressed to disagree or agree?
If I'm being honest, I don't know.
Well, I think so too.
Okay,
is what I'm saying. Look, this is one of them.
If you're coming in here with Last of the Time Lords, I'll fight you with a gun.
No,
right?
look, come on. Like I'm a Last of the Time Lords defender, but I know what it is. Right? I know where its shortcomings are. No, it's not Drek. It's fun. It's a good laugh. All right.
It's Drek. Is what it
Great
is.
fucking episode to watch with a couple of beers and a pizza with your boys. Is that episode? All right.
No.
Look, this is perfect to character wrap ups. This is like performances on fucking God mode. This is one of them where it's like a perfect way to wrap up Missy's arc. Every character in this is so well wrapped up.
Yes.
Like, apart from one, there's more to obviously do with the Doctor, but I do.
How dare you?
No, well, there is. Even in that there's another episode.
How dare you?
Look, I think this is one of them. It's one of them rare episodes that it doesn't really put a foot wrong for me, and I think that it shows off what a big finale of a Doctor should show off. The Capaldi's Doctor's ethos is clearly on show. It wraps up Missy's redemption arc in like an incredible way. And just a bunch of heartfelt stuff, but also a bunch of cool stuff as well. Lots of cool, rad moments. I love this. What do you think about this?
It's very cool. It's very rad. Boy, am I hungry, Lawrence.
No, not 4 minutes again. Please, not 4 minutes again.
Do you know what I'm hungry for, Lawrence?
Oh my God.
Lawrence, I'm so hungry right now. Do you know what I could eat?
What, Nathan?
I'm not going to do it. But
thank God for that.
It is the certified bangers of bangers, okay? If I was eating a hearty bowl of mashed potatoes, I'd be like, excuse me, waiter or waitress, okay? Yeah. Where is my bangers? And they'd be like, haha, you fool. You have them with you all along. Don't know you know. This is Doctor Who season 10 episode. I don't know.
What restaurant is this that serves you episodes of Doctor Who as food?
It's called BBC iPlayer, Lawrence.
I see.
Yes. And I've gotten confused because I have dementia, okay? And I've wandered in and I've gone, excuse me, I'd like some mashed potatoes. And they're like, sir, we're a website. we don't. I don't know how you walked in. I don't know how you physically manifested a place to walk into. But
like
we
in
can't
She-Hulk when she
like
fucking
in
knocks
Wreck-It
over.
Ralph or something. You know whenever they go into the internet in a movie and there's like a Tron or some shit. there's just like a store with like the fucking name on it, and they're like, hey, what would you want? I'm like, what is this shit, man? I don't fucking know what's going on. Anyway,
anyway,
that
it's
that it's good, man. This is great. This is beautiful television. This is one of you see, I struggle to call this the best finale of Doctor Who because I don't necessarily consider it a finale, because in my head this is a 3-part storyline wrapping up next week with Twice Upon a Time. So I don't necessarily consider it done yet. I understand that this is like a 2-part story, and then it's a Christmas special, and then they're just a little bit late, but I still consider it altogether a 3-part story. So I would struggle to call it that just because I'm pedantic, but in the general sense, I do think this is one of the best finales of Doctor Who. I love season 9. I love Heaven Sent and Hellbent. I don't know. They're both great, so I would struggle to pick one over the other, but it's so beautiful, such an amazing storyline. You're absolutely right. I think it wraps up every character perfectly for the story that we've had throughout the season of these characters, the journey that we followed with them. I think Pearl Mackie does such an incredible performance.
Oh my God,
for what she has. Yeah, John Sim does a great job of being an absolute fucking insufferable cunt.
Just the most clear example of a man who is begging for a slap in the face.
Yes,
like
100%. Yeah. Everyone is just firing on top form. Peter Capaldi, obviously, as always, and it's such a well done finale. I think some of the choices and the fucking skill level from Rachel to Lele as well. Like this is what God. Like, it's just I mean, she by this point she has already been cemented as like a fucking one of the greatest directors, probably the greatest director that Doctor Who has ever had. But like this just reinforces it massively. It's just
it's fucking like giant sized balls to come back after Heaven Sent as well, and just be like. I got more in the chamber. You're not ready for this. Like, man, honestly, we often try and take moments to point out direction and when Doctor Who does something cool with the form of TV and stuff, because it's not always that you get that opportunity to do it, especially in a show that's produced as quickly as Doctor Who is often. Yeah. But like, fucking, my God, what a talent. What a seismic find and seismic talent for Doctor Who, because she just levels it up just immediately.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's one sequence in particular I'm sure we'll get into, but it's like, oh my God, I was watching it being like, this is just ridiculous, man. This levels of sauce should be illegal. Someone needs to restrain Rachel Talalay from unleashing all this sauce, I think.
And speaking of sauce, she is goated with it, all right? She is
100%, yeah.
She is 100% goated with El sauce, as they say in Mexico. So, look, man, it's sick. It's like, that's the episode over.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say is going to be new or as interesting as just watching this episode of Doctor Who.
Nothing we can say can do it justice. So, turn it off.
It's great stuff, man. But look, we do actually have to do it. Jokes aside, we actually have to go through this beat by beat.
Yeah, we're legally required to do so.
I said this just before we started recording. I have 9 pages of notes. Right. I got a lot to yap on about. Right, I got lots of yapping to be doing.
Ooh. I don't actually have pages because I do mine on notes. So it's like.
Oh, you don't have the page breaks.
So it's just a long scroll. So I don't know.
I don't like long scrolls. I like having the break. I like seeing where I'm up to, how far I'm getting through it. You know.
All right, good.
Anyway, where are we opening? Look on your long scroll of notes.
We are opening in the countryside. Lovely little. Well, there's a previous one. It's like ahead. Previously, this happened.
Yes.
And there was space and a black hole.
Oh, no. Bill was a Cyberman.
No, it's a Cyberman. I don't know what this is.
Narrator?
I don't know.
This is one of them weird bits again.
Yes, it is. But everyone, it's not a big deal, but I fell down the stairs and I fucked up my leg. Okay, so.
This is when
yeah, so. If at any point you hear me just grunting pain for a little bit, it's because my leg is fucked. I fractured my knee this week. Yeah. So
you need one of them buttons from last week. Pain.
I do. Actually. That would be quite sick.
Oh my God. How have we not installed that as an actual button on our very obvious buttons that we could be pressing?
That's true. Should I do it now?
Yeah, you should do it now. And then...
I won't.
I think you'd have to stop recording to install that button. Right?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. So I don't do that. Anyway,
next week I'm going to be equipped with a pain.
Thank you. It'll no longer be relevant, but yes, thank you. Anywho, so yes, it's the lovely countryside. There's some little children. They're in a little horse-drawn cart, as it were, a little carriage, and they're like, bloody hell, what's this? I thought we was on a spaceship, not in the bloody beautiful Welsh countryside.
This doesn't even look like a spaceship. Don't bloody hell, the budget's getting like bad, isn't it?
Man. But then you look up and there's big writing on the ceiling, which is the sky. So you're like, oh, we're still on the spaceship.
We're still on that. Okay. We're on a different floor of that spaceship. I understand.
Yeah, we're on floor 507. I
thought it said 1507, but I think you're right and I'm wrong.
Yeah. I think you are right. Wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. Yeah.
But look, the tranquility and the peace, Nathan, is short-lived, right? Because all the people in that little school or that room or whatever the fuck, right? They're all having a good gossip and a good natter. When suddenly a woman runs in with a shotgun and she's like, "Get out of the bed, boys!" Yeah,
a woman with a shotgun.
A woman with a shotgun. Sadie Adler, you might say.
All right.
I saw a horse and carriage thing and a woman with a shotgun. Sadie Adler.
All right.
You don't want to do that bit? You don't want to do that fun?
What an incredibly niche reference.
For you. It was special for you.
Oh, come on, man. Anyway, great. Well done.
Yeah. The kids are all under the bed, right? And all the adults are like, better pick up our guns and go and take a stand.
Yeah. What we didn't mention is whilst that little horse and carriage was strolling through the countryside, the seemingly normal countryside, there was lots of scarecrows, which were which was seemingly made up of like the cyber patients sort of thing,
which is cool. I kind of like that.
Creepy.
It offsets you immediately. You're like, something fucks here. Something weird is here. Something that I heard as well that is interesting is I do like that this is immediately picking up with a different vibe. It is a two-parter, but it's an entirely different setting. Makes it a bit more interesting visually.
It is. Some of it Moffat does quite a bit, really.
He switches it up quite a lot to not make it feel fresh.
Yeah.
Make it feel fresh. Yeah.
Pain. So speaking of. At night it seems that the Cybermen show up, or like the patient Cybermen, and they're like, "Oh, we're coming to get you," or whatever.
Yeah,
they're coming to take the kids, so all the adults shoot them or whatever.
I kind of like how rad it is that they shoot them all to like they obliterate them very easily because they're just cloth men.
Yeah,
right? and then they just prop them up like, "Don't come back."
Scarecrows. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Anyway, but then this little girl, she's out taking a stroll for the country. It's like the next day or whatever. They're like putting up the dead cyber patients as scarecrows again. And she's taking a stroll, and then suddenly there's a big rumble in the jungle. But it's not in the jungle, it's in the countryside.
Yeah.
But
it is a rumble though.
It is a rumble.
Half right, yeah.
And then a spaceship bursts through the ground, the ground / floor / roof of the spaceship or whatever. And there's a big load of smoke, a big crash, and then we see a Cyberman carrying the Doctor. And what is possibly one of the most beautiful shots in all of Doctor Who. Okay?
Isn't it so rad? Isn't it fucking cool, man?
Isn't that just like fucking incredible? You know,
so sick.
Genuinely one of the most beautiful shots in all of Doctor Who. It's fucking incredible.
It is slightly misleading as well because I'm sat there, I've seen this image before and I always thought this must be the end of the episode when the Doctor's like on death's door. No,
man.
Bro's snoozing at this point. He's chilling.
This is right at the beginning. This is how we're opening up, and this is what I'm saying. This is from Rachel to Lele. Like fucking hell, what I don't even know what to say. It's just I'm just gushing about it because it's just so fucking beautiful.
It looks beautiful. It looks absolutely unbelievable. Yeah,
genuinely incredible stuff.
It's very good. But that's a little tease, Nathan, and we're straight into the sting with one
of these. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh. Anyway, so that's the titles.
They really do modernize that song after a bit, don't they? I think in the show.
Do. I tell you what, it's growing on me. I will say. How long was we waffling before we started recording?
Oh, you want to know about the ads?
You're
curious. Yeah.
Pierce is reminding me about the ads. So.
I don't know. Probably like 5-ish minutes, maybe.
Should we just go now?
Fuck it, we'll do an early one. Yeah.
We'll do an ad break now, everyone. Thank you, Pierce, for reminding me. Anyway, here's an ad. We're back from the ads.
We're back, and it feels really good to not have to use the break glass one.
Yes.
Lawrence, I know you're in bed editing this, and I bet you really are having a good time that you didn't have to go and pull a file from somewhere.
In bed?
Yeah, I'm a bedtime editor sometimes, especially a podcast.
No, I couldn't edit in bed. I don't want to do it. Well, I'm in bed.
You're a professional man.
Yeah, I need to be at my desk or on a couch.
I like to be on a couch as well. In my office, I have two options. I have the desk and a beautiful armchair with a TV in front.
All right, fucking humble brag, Moneybags over here.
It's not Moneybags to have a chair. You have a chair.
Moneybags has got his castle and his fucking whatever else. Excuse me, I'm gonna pour a drink, Lawrence. Would you mind filling?
On the roof of the hospital?
The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn.
Look, the Master and Missy asking it all the ways that the Doctor, like, how have you died? What's going on here? Right, we're gonna kill you. So, what ways haven't you died?
Great
scene.
Very good scene. The Masters are going back and forth a little bit. They've clearly rehearsed this a little bit. The Sim Master asks if the Doctor has burned. Missy says, "I know you've fallen," which I believe is a reference to the Fourth Doctor when he fell off that scaffolding and then became a paper mache man.
Paper mache man that we love so much.
Yeah, which is very fun.
Who's this? That was the Doctor all along.
It's a paper mache man.
I can't wait to get a classic because I'm excited to find all the different era styles of acting. The amount of companions that will suddenly revert to being like, "Doctor, what's going on?" And they all act the exact same way. I'm very excited for it.
I think we're going to find some incredible acting.
I think we probably will find some incredible acting.
How dare you?
Performances.
How dare you? Anyway, yes. So they're like, I suppose what we're really bloody asking is any requests. They say, bit of fun,
Smiling to each other as well. It's so sinister.
Yeah.
I hate Sim's master so much. I think he's great. I think he's phenomenal in the role, but my God, he needs a punch. Yeah, big time.
He 100% does. He's I don't know. It's like, because whenever I see him with Missy, I'm like, get away from her.
Yeah.
She's better than you. Get away from her. Leave her alone.
You're making her regress. You're a prick. You're a bad influence.
Yeah. It's almost like he's like a toxic, abusive ex.
Yes,
thing,
exactly.
Really.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And they frame it like that quite a lot throughout the episode.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. There is very much an air of that. They're having a little dance together. There's like a little waltz music playing, and they're like,
there's some...
You know that song?
I know that. I know it. Funny enough, I actually do know the one you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Do you remember what I wanted to talk about here very briefly? Do you remember that? Do you remember the outrage that happened when Loki season 1 came out and two Lokis kissed each other? And people were like, self-cessed is abhorrent. And I'm like, it's not real. What do you mean, self-cessed?
So it is the most pathetic outrage.
It's the most faux clutch your pearls nonsense of all time.
It's the most pathetic backlash I've ever... People getting outraged over self-cessed as if it's a thing that could actually happen, ever. It's so... They're promoting self-cessed. Really? How are you going to do that then? Tell me how you are going to fuck yourself. Right?
You know when people turn around and they do that like thing where they do that to themselves? That's...
Oh my God.
So fucking stupid. But yeah, it was fun. I remember that. There was a big faux blowout for no reason. And we'll say that we get a little fun low frame rate sequence. Rachel Slay starts cooking.
It's very fun when like I don't know what it is. It's almost like Rachel Talalay just like thought, what if I tried like a fun like, I don't know, 1940s noir style just for a second, with all this like black and white like shots and the slow motion of like Nardole running away and then looking back and stuff. It's all very like, I don't know, almost 40s-esque sort of cinema, really.
It really is. It really is. And it's also done in that, like, it's that black and white style that I love, which is very, like, fucking Hammer horror monster movies kind of thing. Like, it's the dark is really dark and the whites are so blown out. And it's not just, like, you turn the saturation down. It looks unbelievable, and it's edited really well. You kind of just understand that shit went off, but you don't really, you can't see the full picture of it. And it's the fact that it came to blows, that was the thing that struck me immediately. The fact that it came down to like a physical fist fight between three Time Lords, I was like, oh, you all got no fucking clue what goes on here, what you're doing, do you?
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff.
That's a bit later though, but yeah.
Don't you see Missy give the Doctor a slap and stuff in this part? You kind of get the notion of it.
It's when he does the keyboard thing. That's a bit later.
No, you don't see him do the keyboard thing, but in this bit you do see them have a little brief punch up. Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
Which is something. Yeah, we'll get to the keyboard thing. That's another bit of fun. But anyway, burn baby burn. The hospital's burning up.
Burn baby burn. Disco Inferno.
The hospital's burning up for you, baby. Jonas
Master
Brothers.
Dancing. They're like, hold me, kiss me, whatever. The Doctor's like, do you two want to be alone? Which in your case, would mean more than it usually does. A bit of fun.
Yeah, I like that. It's this is really well written, a lot of this sequence, and we'll get to it in a bit. There's a specific dialogue exchange in a little while that it's so snappy and well done. It's Moffat taking his last few opportunities to just absolutely flex on us. Yeah, which is great.
No, I was just gonna say, just in lieu of that, there's the moment where the Doctor is asking about Bill, and like both the Masters have been very teasing and taunting, like, oh, can't tell you that, I'm afraid. If you knew, that'd break your heart, that'd kill you if you knew. So she's right behind you.
So
they say.
Rude.
It's so cruel and like teasing and stuff, but also very fun from the Master as well.
That's what I like about a good Master performance, and Michelle Gomez has been doing it, and I'm glad to see Sim doing it. This is what I would say, right? Because you know this, we differ on opinion on the season 3 finale, right? Yeah. But you think it's bad. I think it's pretty good and fun. But I will say that Sims Master was sorely lacking good material to work with. I think that John Sims Master in season 3 had a lot of fun and a lot of silliness, right? And opportunities to do fun, big, bouffant, silly acting, right?
Bouffant?
We're just kind of like a out there, you know? Is that the right word? No?
I don't think so. Isn't bouffant how you describe hair?
Yeah, but isn't it describing big and out there hair? We've moved away from the point.
All right. Anyway, continue.
But like, he was sorely lacking some material with a bit of oomph to it.
Yes,
he was mainly a kind of a buffoonish antagonist in season 3, and I like here that Sim gets to tap in on something that he was really good at in season 3, but didn't get enough to do with, and it's just that he is a nasty prick, and he's got an air of smugness to him that you just want to fucking kick his teeth in when you see his face. Like it's phenomenal casting because he's a really good hateable prick. I think
he is. Yeah, he is in a way which I don't necessarily think he was in series 3.
Yeah, no, I don't think he got a chance to show it off as much.
Yeah. He's much more unlikable, and he's really good at being unlikable. John Sim is really good at being playing that unlikable prick of the Master, which is good.
He's got a smarmy and smugness to him that you just want to take him down a few pegs.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, straight away, like he's like, "Ugh, Granddad's back" when the Doctor like wakes up and stuff, which is a bit familiar. He was like that with 10, wasn't he? Well, no, he didn't call 10 Granddad. He called Wilf 10's Granddad.
Yeah, and I think he said like, he said something Granddad to the Doctor at one point.
I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyway. It is fun as well that like Missy is kind of tapping into the cruelness. Like we've seen Missy obviously be a bit more subdued in recent episodes, but it is interesting that paired next to Sims Master, she starts falling back into the kind of the way she used to speak in like series 8 and 9.
She fell off the wagon.
Yeah, she absolutely has.
She's an addict, and she's relapsed because someone dangled her addiction right in front of her. You know, addiction being the Master, being a prick. Being a prick and an evil cunt, you know?
Yeah, so, and how easy and fun it is to win the day by being a smarmy shithead.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. Like the way that the Doctor's like in disbelief at what's happened to Bill, and Missy just so cruelly goes, dead, dismembered, fed through a meat grinder. It's like, it's so callous and unnecessary.
Yeah.
For someone that she's like presumably spent a bit of time with by now, with Bill as well. Like,
yeah,
100%. Pretty fucked.
The Master is like, again, just being very, very cruel, talking about like how, and I think you mentioned this last week, like 10 years you spent up there like chittering and chatting, and then you just missed it by minutes, you know? And then again, just being very callous in the way he's talking about Bill, like, I think this is more Missy, but like ripped up her heart, chopped her up and spat her out and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It's rude.
Quite cruel. Yes, 100%.
It's very, very rude. I do kind of like that it does, and this you kind of get this impression throughout the episode as well, that I kept having to reframe it in my head that this is not just a Master, because often the Master disregards companions. You know, he scoffs at Martha being the person that could take him down. Like he's often Masters disregard companions because they're not on a Time Lord's level, and it is really interesting that this Master specifically has 10 years of personal deep history with Bill.
Yeah.
And you just get like in that, like we spoke like last week, how like as masquerading as Razor, like he was warm and nice and there were genuinely sweet moments, and all of that is gone. I think it's a testament to the performance that he is so cruel and unthinking, and you don't even get the sense that there's a history between them because he just shuts off that part of him immediately.
I think it's also a little funny how, well, quite a bit funny when you think about it, how, last week my weirdo was the Master for doing the Prime Minister bit. And not really needing to. But this week it's explained that he kind of did that again here. Yeah. So like he was the Prime Minister again on this spaceship for a while, and then fucked up so bad that everyone hated him again. It's just so funny that that's his go-to. You know? He's like, I'm going to become Prime Minister. Yes. You know,
he's a proper one-trick pony, isn't he? Like
he's done it twice.
And fucked it both times,
which is very funny. Really,
it's very funny. This time he didn't even need. I'd love to imagine what happened because he didn't even need the Doctor to take him down in this time. Like clearly the people just got sick of him of their own accord and ran him out.
Well, the Doctor says, you killed a lot of people, took over the city, lived like a king until they rebelled against your cruelty, and ever since you've been hiding out. Yeah.
So.
Bit of fun.
And I do that. The Doctor just takes a jab for no reason. He says, "Your face is recognizable and round," and it is. Missy agrees. It is. He has got a weird circular head. Yes.
It's very fun. But that's when like Missy and the Master are bragging about, oh, look at this. They're all turning into Cybermen. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Like fucking hell. Isn't it exciting seeing the genesis of the Cybermen or whatever? And then I think this is a really good scene where the Doctor's like, this isn't impressive. This is always going to happen. All right. This is fucking inevitable. There is no one genesis of the Cyberman, because no matter what, there will always be Cyberman. It's fucking humans are always going to create this. It's happened on Mondas, Telos, fucking whatever. It'll keep happening. Okay. They're inevitable, like fucking Donald Trump, like fucking fascism. And like the way he was talking about that, it's like, it's really... it's difficult not. I know this was written like fucking 7-8 years ago at this point now, but it's difficult not to relate that to a lot of stuff that's going on today in today's climate well, really, and how like these things are cycles that just keep repeating, and how it's like it's not necessarily something you can avoid. I think it's really good. I really like this moment here. Yeah,
it's well written, and I really do like the fact that like. He's checking them on it. It's like, you being here doesn't mean you did this. Like, you're not special. You didn't create this. Like, this happens with or without you. It's just that this time you happen to be here. And if anything, you made it slower and worse. Like,
I love that. I love the line from the Doctor as well. Like, people get the Cyberman wrong. There's no evil plan, no evil genius, just parallel evolution. You know?
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It's great. I think it's really good. Yeah,
it absolutely is. Yeah, just pointing out that there's no. Again, it's something that the Master keeps fucking overlooking. Like, people don't, like, he's the only person that wants to do just evil for the sake of doing evil, but the Cybermen aren't like that. They're efficient and therefore can be manipulated, which is exactly how he gets out of the fucking issue. Like,
and that's when it's revealed that like the Cybermen are coming for them because the Doctor managed to, whilst they hit him, he had a little fiddle with the keyboard in a very fun scene as Master and Missy high-five each other.
In that brief moment, he's managed to get in and change what the Cybermen are after 2 hearts instead of 1 now. Or
he's changed the definition of humanity in the algorithm, and it took a little bit of a while to update, but it seems like now it's kicked in. And it's changed 1 heart to 2. This is very fun. I love this.
This is very fun. Yeah,
it's a little bit hokey, but I don't know, it's fun, man. I like it.
It's hokey, it's silly, but you know what it is as well? It's also the Doctor's one trick. Right, because he did this exact fucking thing in Family of Blood as well. When he gets one banged and then he goes, "Oh no, I lent on a console," and I really like it. It's like the delivery of the smug. If you're winning and you're in the room with me, then you're missing something. Is so good as well.
It's good. So then all the Cybermen, they're coming up to the hospital rooftop to them, so they have to fight against them for a little bit, I guess. The Doctor, the Missy's got I guess it's a sonic umbrella or just...
Yeah, I just saw her. I mean, we've seen her aim the umbrella before. That's not new. But yeah, to see it, like, I guess, like, not like kind of like shut the door, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the Master's got his laser screwdriver.
I love this fucking laser screwdriver, man.
I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's changed a little bit. Not in design. I think it's the same design, but didn't it have a beam coming out of it? It
did, yeah.
In Series 3, which it no longer does. And I think it looks better like this.
I agree. I like, again, this is kind of just the evolution of Sim's Master, right? Because in season 3, I like that it looks stupid, dumb, and hokey and silly.
Stupid. No,
it is. And like, I cannot stress enough. I know you don't like the beam, but it is
when
fun
he
and stupid.
like when he does the thing, like the gun, when he blows up the gun or whatever. No, I don't like it. No.
I've always... That's always stuck in my head, right? Because it's always bothered me ever so slightly that because, and I know this is a performance thing and not a visual effects artist thing, right? But because John Sim pointed his hands ever so slightly downward, it means that the beam has to shoot exactly straight line out of the actual laser screwdriver, and so it looks like the visual effects artist fucked it up and shoots a beam just like bizarrely diagonally in the shot. And it's always stuck with me, and I'm like, John Sim really fucked those guys over. You know, they were just like, fuck's sake. He couldn't have just
Well, they could have just not done a beam.
They could have just not done a beam.
Yeah.
Solve that whole fucking thing.
Exactly. But it's 2007. You got to do a beam in 2007, man.
So I tell you what, there's a sequence later on that I think could have done with the beam. I think it would have landed a sequence a little bit better with a beam.
Wrong. Anyway.
When you get the full blast, Nathan, I'm expecting a beam. I want to see some beam.
No. It's more impactful about it. Anyway, yes. So the Cybermen come in.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I do like the Master's just quick to it immediately. Just starts blasting with the laser, and then it's like there's a. This is the dialogue sequence that I love, right? Because it's so cleverly written. Just this brief 10-second spell of just people spewing stuff. Where the Doctor goes, begging for your life already. That's a new record. And he goes, I'd rather die than beg for your life, beg for my life. And he goes, lucky day for you then. And then it's followed by knock yourself out, and then Missy. It's so good.
Yeah. Knock yourself out, and then Missy does like a little spin and knocks out the Master, which is quite fun.
I've always appreciated how parallel of a Mary Poppins performance this is from Michelle Gomez.
I really like the little moment where like she's like, I was secretly on your side all along, which is obviously bullshit.
Yeah.
But then the Doctor's like, was you really? Like he's got a little bit of hope in there, even though like he knows he shouldn't. He really wants her to be good and to be, on his side.
It felt like an addict making an excuse. Like the vice has been taken away and you're left with the reality of what the situation is, which is damaged loved ones and broken trust. And you kind of just go, I meant well. And it's interesting that you say that it is bullshit, because it obviously is. But I do think that as soon as John Sim's Master is out of the case, she wishes she still was. She wishes she meant it.
I think so too. I think what she says about like being in two minds, she says it's hard to say I'm in two minds. Fortunately, the other one's unconscious, which is a bit of fun. But like I think there's truth to that though. Like when he's around, she almost can't help herself. Again, it's that addiction. It's like she's gone cold turkey, and now suddenly it's all back in front of her. Like.
Yeah,
it's natural that she would slip up and go back into it, but she does want to, like she says later. You can tell
she's not impressed with herself that she reversed that quickly, and that I think she's quite surprised that she had that little self-control that she would revert that quickly.
Yeah. I like the Doctor saying, Nardole, have you been useful?
I have. And it is because I knew, like, I don't know if the episode ever tried to convince me of this, right? But seeing Nardole kind of run away with a whimper, it was clearly not like, that was not a heroic act that Nardole would do. So it was clear that he was just like, I'm not going to fist fight Time Lords. I've got bigger things to do than that. I'm going to go find something to help. Yeah.
Exactly. And he did. He's found a spaceship. Or a ship, I guess. Whatever. He's found a little ship for them to fly off into.
Yeah.
So the Master gets up, climbs up the ladder.
Yeah. This is when the Doctor gets kind of like held by a Cyberman, right?
Just as he does, Cyberman comes up behind the Doctor, grabs him, and like gives him like the big electric shock kind of thing.
It's like a bear hug deletion.
A bear hug, and that is it.
It kills him. Yeah.
That's what kills the Doctor. That's what does the deed, which is so insignificant, really. Like it's nothing. It's a hug from a Cyberman, and he's done, man. But
I appreciate, because the moment does come later on when you see that is what got him, because his regeneration cycle started, and I was like, that. What the fuck? Yeah, I kind of like that it is that insignificant, and I really like what it says about this Doctor for the rest of the episode, that he's just kind of like, not now. I got shit to do, not now.
Yeah. Like he just doesn't have time to deal with that shit at this moment. I'll
get to that in a bit, but like I've got stuff going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
a bit of fun how the Master gets up in the ship and is like, the Doctor's dead. He told me he'd always hated you. And then Missy comes up, says the same thing, and then Nardole's like, I heard you the first time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's really funny. This is something that I feel like is I'm excited to kind of see this in classic when we get there, right? And I don't know if this is the fact, but it's the vibe I get, that it would have just by nature of how long it was, had more scenes of the Master like just interacting in these silly little sequences, like these silly little beats, rather than it being every interaction with the Master and the Doctor being a big TV moment, like it normally is. I'm
100%.
excited for a bit more subdued minor stuff like this, because it is funny the way that he just sits in the co-pilot seat and Nardole just gives him a look like, oh, fuck off.
You
like,
again? Oh,
why
God.
are you here, cunt?
Yeah.
This is so
It is
obviously
very
the
fun.
Doctor's seat. Get out.
And then like he tries to like take control of the spaceship and fly off, or whatever, fly off. But they can't get anywhere, and then Nardole has a big smile on his face as he sells Bill's back, which is quite nice. And
because Bill blew up that Cyberman that was
Bill killed the
bear-hugging him,
Cyberman. Yeah. Bill Cyberman killed the other Cyberman,
which is the first. Well, we knew it was Bill because of the I waited for you thing, but it's the first thing that she it's the first sign that she has like more autonomy than just speech. Like she can actually move and act of her own volition, which is quite nice and interesting.
Yeah. But that's where we catch up pretty much to where we open.
Yes.
So that's where the spaceship comes up. We see the Cyber Bill, what we now know is the Cyber Bill, holding the Doctor.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Very, very beautiful stuff. I do.
And then we jump forward 2 weeks.
Well, it is immediately met with silliness, right? Because I just love the notion of like they got in, they had no plan. They went, right, we're stuck on this fucking floor. And Nardole went, nah, we're just gonna crash through a bunch. We're just gonna fly upwards until the engine gives out.
500 floors as well. They got through. Yeah,
it's not bad, is it? Like it's not like as efforts go. Yeah. But yeah, so Nardole says that this we're fucked here. The engines are fucked out now. This is where we are.
Yeah.
And it's
pretty good
weird
stuff.
You're right. It does cut to 2 weeks later, but I think it's a very fun scenario that the Doctor just is forced to kind of hang his hat here for 2 weeks with two masters running around. Like he must be having he's trying to subdue a regeneration, deal with his best friend who's become a Cyberman, deal with the whole time dilation thing. And there's two masters running around. So he must be like, fuck me, can I catch one break?
I don't love the 2 week time skip, if I'm being honest. I think it's my like pretty much my only gripe with the episode. I feel it feels like unnecessarily long, really. Like I would have maybe
a day or two.
Yeah, a day or two, the next day or something like that, really.
Let him get back on his feet or whatever.
Yeah, it feels like too much of just the downtime, really. Like
it does feel strange that the conversation with Bill happens after a 2 week stretch.
It does, yeah. I mean, she says like the Doctor's healing from his injuries or whatever, but like I don't know. Man. Yeah, it is a while.
You think if you were out cold that long, the regeneration would just happen while you were sleeping or some shit? Like
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
But anyway, so this woman, she comes to see Bill.
Yes.
And is like, hey, sorry you have to live in a barn, but you'd scare the kids or whatever. And she's like, the fuck are you talking about, man? I'm Bill. And
it's worth mentioning that Bill is Bill. Bill is Bill
Bill's
again.
Bill. It's Pearl Mackie. It's not Cyberman. It's just Bill, you know?
Yeah, which is... and this is Rachel Talele, right? Just this whole sequence, like this. To be honest, everything with Bill in the barn here, like, is just so well performed and so well edited, so precisely cut back and forth at certain moments.
I think more so when it's Bill and the girl and then the Doctor, not necessarily this bit.
Not necessarily, but I'm just in the barn itself. Like I do appreciate it. Yeah, and I like that their performance reflects that they are looking at a Cyberman and not Bill, and like you can tell there is that level of inhumane disconnect between them. Yeah,
this woman, Hazran or whatever her name is, she definitely has like a bit of apprehension or stuff. Like there's even a moment like where she just straight up runs away from Bill at the end, you know, like Bill's like coming towards her, like saying, I need to see the Doctor, I need to speak to him, what's going on? And she just like kind of runs away in fear. Really.
Yeah. Which you don't see it from a Cyberman perspective, but you can imagine that voice got a bit raised and that those boots got a little bit clunky as they walk towards you. And you can see it. You can totally get why you'd be like, nope, no. I tried to be nice, but I'm done.
Like, yeah. 100%. But yeah, then it's a little later. Then the girl comes to see Bill, and she brings her the mirror, and then that's where Bill sees that she is in fact a Cyberman.
Horrible, so, haunting. Yeah. And I like that it's the Mondasian design. I know you spoke your truth on this last week, right?
Goated.
It is goated, and I think there's something more horrifying about that design than the others. Yeah. And it lends itself, like if Bill was just in a like like if Bill was just in one of the like the Cybus Industries suits or whatever, it wouldn't feel as impactful. Like,
no, it looks shit.
Yeah, it's the fact that you can kind of
have those
see
weird little pants on. Those weird little
the flares,
the little silver pants,
the silver like boot cut flares situation.
No, the little underpants, the little silver.
Oh,
underpants.
the underpants.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Horrible.
But yeah, so this the girl comes in and gives the mirror, and just the Bill saying that is not me is so sad, man.
Yeah,
so
sad.
It
really is, and I love like the little girl gets a little scared and runs away, and then that's when the doctor comes in and he's like, "Oh, you're right, do you want a jelly, baby?" How cute
is this little interaction?
Oh, it's so sweet. And then what just melts my heart the most is then the little girl says, "I gave her a mirror," and then the doctor's like, "Oh, that's okay. You were just being kind." And I'm like, "Oh,
I know that." This is the exact moment that I went, I'm gonna miss this man playing the doctor. Like, there's
the exact line is, "Oh no, don't be sorry. You are being kind. Nothing wrong with being kind. Jelly baby."
Yeah. Is that not the most doctor line of all time?
I know.
Like, oh my god. But yeah, so the doctor starts to explain that like the Cybermen's whole deal. He's kind of quite like the sequence because you can tell he's not happy about the fact that he has to break this news, obviously.
No.
And he's kind of like wishy-washy dancing around it because Bill's clearly asking, what the fuck's going on? And the doctor's like, the history of the Cybermen is thus. And she's like, no, cunt. Why am I one? What's happening here? It's
a really good scene. Like, Bill's obviously having a hard time coming to terms with it, struggling with the fact that, like, she is a Cyberman. I mean, to her, she's not. She's just her. She's Bill. You know, she doesn't see herself as a Cyberman. So, like, she can't quite grasp it. But then the moments where, like, again, like, really where Rachel Talalay shines, or like where she sees her shadow and that kind of stuff. She sees, like, the shadow and the helmet of the Cybermen and stuff like that. It's all so well done.
The raising the glove to the face and then it cuts back and it's the full Cyberman. Yeah, it's just something that I really specifically loved is how it's on Bill's coverage, it's Bill. And then on the doctor's coverage, you can see the corner of the over-the-shoulder shot of a Cyberman. And it's like, my God, what a way to just show that perspective. What a way to really just... And also a way to kind of put you in the doctor's mindset, because the doctor is aware that he's speaking to his best friend, but he's also acutely aware of, I have to be on guard here. I need to be measured in how I handle this, because as we see, when she gets pissed off, it doesn't go well. This is exactly the sequence that I was like, my God, this director is like the best fucking thing that happened to this show.
100.
So good. Has she come back? I know she did the Star Beast.
She did the Star Beast. I don't think she's come back since.
Yeah, I know that she's really proud of that opening bit of the Star Beast when Doctor's looking really cool and rad.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
I just love the disclaimer she had to put out for that. That weren't me, by the way. I don't know what that was, but it weren't me.
Lads, we'll get to it.
Sorry.
I do really enjoy. The doctor explains it to Bill because again, she's having a hard time grasping. Like, I'm not a Cyberman, Bill. What the fuck are you talking about? And he explains it how like she's so resilient. She's like fucking built a wall around herself basically because of like all her time with the monks, you know. She learned to like basically hang on to herself and just not accept this other reality, which has kind of helped her in this scenario. Really, her
I like
mind.
That it harkens back to that, like that. There's a reason for that. It's not just like Bill's so good and cool that she can now do this when no one else ever can.
Like, 100%. He says her mind is acting like a perception filter, so she still sees herself as her, as you used to be. He says. And then she gets a little angry at that. She's like, used to be. And that's where he's like, right, you can't be angry anymore. You don't have the luxury of getting angry, which of course just makes her more angry.
Yeah, you don't tell someone to chill out mid-argument.
Yeah. Why fucking can't I be angry? And I think it's so well done. And I think like the trick to this moment is how short it is, how quick the cut is when you see the beam coming from Bill. Yeah. And then you see the barn explosion because it's not coming from a Cyberman, it's coming from Bill. Yeah. You see the beam, which is not what should happen, but it's such a half a second probably, like half a second cut. And then any longer you would be able to see that it doesn't quite work, but because it's so quick, I think it it's really well done. I think that moment.
Yeah, I think it works really nicely. It's pain. You can tell that they're just like, this whole sequence would have been so like from an editing perspective. My God, I'd love the raw material of this, because this would be such a fun exercise to cut down. Like this would be a really interesting thing to do, even down to the way that, like, as Bill's temper kind of gets a bit more fiery and a bit more increased, the voice cracks in and out of the Mondasian robot voice, and it's just like, my God. And like we spoke last week about how that voice is so haunting and horrifying that it's just the way it cuts between her and Bill, and it's almost like it's like this dance of Bill's voice fighting for dominance over this monotonous, monotone robot voice. It's fantastic, so good.
It really is. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff.
And then just the one she blows the fuck out of the barn, and everyone in the little village, which Nado is like leading a charge of, by the way. Like, I really like that he's just out there like preparing everyone for war, he's getting
everyone ready for war, which is good stuff from Nado.
But they all kind of give Bill and the Doctor a look. Like, it is clear that everyone in this barn is like, why is that there?
Scared.
Why is this happening?
Yeah.
Like, we shoot these things typically. Why can't we just shoot this one?
It's so heartbreaking when you see Bill, Pearl Mackie Bill, and just like fucking crying and just being like, everyone's gonna be afraid of me, aren't they? Just everyone's
horrifying.
Always going, this is the rest of my life, just everyone's gonna live in fear of me constantly. It's awful.
Yeah.
And like, she looks absolutely heartbroken, aren't they?
It's haunting. It's horrible. And then to make matters worse.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is sorry. There is also a moment where the Doctor wipes tears.
There's a tear moment. Yeah.
Which, believe it or not, does come back. It's
a little sizzle.
Yeah, a little sizzle indeed. But this moment is made so much crueler and so much worse by the Master walking over to Bill with just that smarmy grin on his fucking face again. And
just the worst, man.
Yeah, but the way he like gets in the face and goes like, "Hello, my dear," and does his weird voice again. And I'm like, "No, kill yourself, man. There's no pain on this earth I could inflict on you that is worth it." Like, I hate this. I do
think it is very funny when, like, as much as I hate him in this scene, like there is the moment where Bill's like, whatever, I don't care about you anymore. Like, fuck off, I don't care. And he's like, oh, well, doesn't that take all the fun out of cruelty? I might as well rile up a fridge. which is quite funny.
It's very funny. That's the thing. The Master is quick-witted and fun. Like, it's a great line. But it's punctuated by the Doctor saying like, don't let him fucking get under your skin, Bill.
Yeah.
Right. And it's that heartbreaking cut and transition between the Master walking past Bill and Bill's like, I'm not, like, in the Cyberman voice, she's like, I ain't give a fuck, basically, I'm chill. And then the Master walks past and she's just in floods of tears, and I'm like, oh my God.
And he's like, I think it's really well done as well, because like, we see her like that, but the Doctor doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
The Doctor just sees a Cyberman. So in that moment, it's always a little strange to me how the Doctor just like gives her a look, but then walks away with the Master, because he's not seeing the full extent of it like we are. He's just seeing the kind of the walls that Bill is putting up. He's not seeing the true sense of it, which is, it's really good, but so cruel at the same time.
Yeah,
you know?
It's the perfect, like, this is why I think this is fundamentally one of the best Cyberman stories we've had, because it in a personal sense gets the entire season gets you to know who Bill is and know that she's a very expressive and emotive person, and does tell the Doctor exactly what she thinks about everything. And then when she puts this wall up, and you're right, and the Doctor can't tell, it removes a layer of kind of connective tissue of the show. Because part of the reason I've loved season 10 so much is the instant chemistry and dynamic between Pearl Mackie and Peter Capaldi, and to just take a knife to that intentionally is such a clever and well executed tool, I think.
Off they go. So they're going on a little countryside walk. That's lovely, which we'll talk more about after these ads.
Oh, very well remembered. Good job.
We're back from the ads.
And I'm still impressed. I was impressed the entire time, all through those ads.
Thank you. So they're on a little countryside walk. And here's like where we see the damage that was done to the Doctor, basically. Because they're walking. The Doctor has a moment where he kind of like keels over in pain. He's in a bit of pain. And then we see his hand glow. We see the regeneration. We hear the regeneration energy. We see it. and he like suppresses it. He just like gives it a squeeze. Like, no, I can't fucking deal with that now.
Yeah, like imagine if that's now. Like,
yeah.
Oh
and
my
Bill's
God.
Bill's like, what was that? He's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Anyway, what was you saying, children?
Yeah. It is. Yeah, it's a good little scene. Again, I kind of like the way did this in a weird way. I don't quite know. This comparison doesn't really work, but I'm just saying it from how I felt while watching it. That this is, remember way back when we did Attack on Titan, and there's spoilers for Attack on Titan season whatever the fuck, I can't remember now. I think it's 2. When there is a certain reveal about 2 certain characters, and it's said in extremely nonchalantly.
Be as vague as you can, but yes, I'm aware of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
yes.
in that reveal, that it's not a dramatic close-up, it's not a big camera zoom in line, it's just in a wide shot, a character who is not the only character in the frame goes like, by the way, this is happening, and I'm this or whatever. Yeah. And it's so nonchalant, and just the way that, I don't know, it gave me the same feeling as watching that as did watching this, because I'm like, that killed the Doctor? The Doctor's like, it's now I don't know. Part of me is like, because I've got another episode of Peter Capaldi, and I really don't want him to go. I am excited to get to a new era and to talk about new things, but I'm not excited to lose this guy that I've really warmed to on this watch. There's part of me that's like, I don't want that time to go, but I now need to understand, in the same way that the show is giving me the time to understand, it is going to happen. It's an eventuality that this Doctor will go and change, and I like that the show is doing that for the Doctor as well. Like,
I mean, it's already happened. The killing blow has already been struck. Yeah, you know?
Which is
now
so
he's just got to succumb to his wounds, essentially.
Yeah. Which is so good, so good.
A side note, I want to rewatch Attack on Titan.
I do too. Yeah,
good show, man. Good show. Good stuff.
So many theme songs to remember.
Eren Yeager, good stuff.
Eren Yeager, more like Eren Hell Yeah. That didn't work.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. So the Doctor kind of gets called out on some not bullshit, but he has every intention of fixing Bill, but the shit-eating Sims master is behind him, being like, this irreversible process really fucks everyone up. They throw away your body parts like instantaneously. Like, if you've been converted, you're essentially fucked.
And what they say about like because they're talking about like the kids and like why there's so many kids and why the Cybermen are specifically coming for the kids, and it's quite creepy, like not creepy, but just a little haunting, a little gross, really, because they're essentially coming from them because it's easier to take children because there's less to throw away, there's less waste from them.
How horrendous is that?
Which is so horrible, isn't it?
I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all. Right? I paused the TV and went, come on, man. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up to write down. Like,
it's so grim, but hey, you know.
But it's logical, and it's cold, and it's callous, and that's exactly what Cybermen are. They're robots. They don't think about it in feelings capacity.
Yeah.
It's clever. It's really clever writing, but it's very, very mean at the same time.
So they find a big lift in the woods.
Yes.
Or whatever.
There's a fun little door in the woods.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
And it's a lift.
Is this when Missy calls Bill a she? And Master's like, it's an it. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, she calls it, what does she say? Where is it? I've got it here. Missy says, you absolutely had to bring her, did you? And then the Master's like, her? It's a Cyberman. And Missy even apologizes in that moment, which is, I think, very telling, really. Again, kind of like the abusive ex thing again a little bit. Yeah.
That was the moment that really made me like see that comparison clear as day, because she does she cowers in on herself. Sorry.
And then horrible line. Being a woman's one thing, but have you got empathy?
Yeah. Awful, dude. We always knew the Sims Master was an absolute shyster, right? But he is could he be the most sexiest man alive?
I mean, what a horrible cunt, man.
Yeah.
Being a woman's one thing, but have you got empathy? As if empathy is a bad thing to have. Well, I guess it is if you're the Master, but like, fucking hell. Awful.
It reminded me of that. There's a scene in Game of Thrones where Joffrey's there trying to put on the bigot in front of everyone, right? And he goes, "I can't stand the wails of women," and then he just gets slapped out immediately. And it's like, yeah, good. I wish fucking Tyrion was here to slap the fucking shit out of you as well.
It's good, yeah. That would be good.
Yeah. Also, I will say before we move on from it as well that I like that Missy has spent very little time with Bill comparatively to Sim's master.
Yes.
In that they've spent 10 years in close proximity living with one another, and the fact that he's immediately so coldly and callously just gone like, that's an it. Yeah. I don't care about that. And Missy is the one to be like, that's Bill, dude. Like, come on. Like, it should be the flip. It should be the reverse of that. If anyone should be having feelings.
But it won't, though.
No, of course it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that, like, from a knowing and time perspective, the master is way more justified to see Bill as a fully fledged human being because he knows her way better than Missy does.
That's true. That's true.
Fucked up. Very fucked up.
It is so Missy calls the lift. And then the daughter's like, "What'd you do that for, you fucking idiot? You called the lift.
You're so stupid. Why'd you do
You're
that?
You're a fucking idiot. There might be a fucking Cyberman in there." And then there is. But it's like, it's a newer Cyberman. It's is it the most recent design? The most
this is the Moffat era one. He since Moffat's done Cybermen, I think they've been done like this.
Yeah, it's the Moffat era design. But Bill's like, "Stand aside." And then she just gives it the old fucking kapow. But they all do a thing behind her. They all line up with their
they do
various devices.
Now was this like a slight, I don't know, I can't quite tell, I can't really remember the framing, but this felt like a bit of a reference to the Day of the Doctor, three doctors in a line shot. Yeah.
It was quite like that, yeah. And also the poster of this episode is very inspired by the Day of the Doctor as well, which is quite fun. It's our promo. You'll see it when once you do the Instagram promo. But yeah, it's basically that, you know, that poster of like the two doctors. You got David Tennant and Matt Smith, and then you got little John Hurt in between them. It's that, but with the two masters, and then
that makes
David
sense.
Tennant, not David Tennant, Peter Capaldi.
He's here again. He's found his way into playing the Doctor. David Tennant confirmed as the Doctor in a poster. Get out of here, David Tennant.
What was I going to say? It is quite reminiscent of that scene with the Dalek from the Day of the Doctor, because even in that scene, like the Sonics are like very overpowered in that scene, and they're like, "What if we had full big beams coming out of us this time?" And then I think this is a little bit similar. Yeah.
The Doctor, since series 1, he forgot to switch off that beam setting that he points at the lift that one time.
Don't like that, man.
I think it's very pathetic and very funny. Just a testament to how funny that John Sim can actually be. The way that the lift opens, it does the ding, a Cyberman steps out, and it just cuts to John Sim going, kill it.
He's just a coward, man.
He's such a puss, man.
All fucking bravado, but when it actually comes down to it, he's just a fucking coward. Yeah.
And even like earlier, when the Doctor was like, "If you don't untrap me, if you don't untain me, I can't help you out," and the Master was like, "It's just Cybermen. I can do Cybermen," and it just immediately shat the bed. Yeah, like very funny that he's just flails. He completely loses it under any kind of scrutiny.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So the Doctor also explains how the TARDIS has been Professor X this week. And he's like,
it's black hole, isn't it? It's up it's up at the top of the ship.
Yeah, he's like, it's a mathematical impossibility for me to get to the TARDIS. We would die trying to get there, basically.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
But
and it gives because Bill's like, why is the Cyberman all new and stuff? And the Doctor's like, that's why. They've got the time dilation has given them time to...
They've evolved. Yeah.
Exactly, Scary.
Yeah.
Well, it's scary, don't you think?
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. And it makes sense that they've gone from like the Mondasian classic design to then you see like I think it's a little later you see the classic Cybus design, and then you see the more recent Moffat design. But like, well, I'll save that for now. But
we'll save that. But it's
yeah,
it is good. It's nice to set up the stakes, because there's parts of this episode that like they do need to, just for stakes reasons, they need to lock off and go like, no, this is we've all come here to die. There's no way any of us are getting out of this, basically. Yeah, unless you're a real sneaky, conniving little bastard,
which I am,
which Nathan is, and as are the little masters.
And that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. What happens next is nothing that the Nardol's blowing up apples or whatever.
Yeah. They it's essentially is this the
they're all getting ready for war.
Yeah. It's a bit of a like prepare the battlements scene.
Yeah. Nothing that interesting necessarily. I think the next bit is like the main sort of sequence to talk about is like the Master is putting on eyeliner.
I like that he's having just a full-blown gender crisis like in his head. Like he is not. Is
that a gender crisis?
I don't think he's
call it guyliner first of all.
Yeah, he'd be like guyliner.
It's guyliner first of all,
and therefore manly and cool. All right.
Yeah, and it's okay for me to wear it.
I think that he is. I think that he's just trying to he's trying to wrap his head around the fact that he's going to become a woman. I think he just can't fathom it. I think he's like, I better get prepared with this. Like even making jokes.
I think he was already wearing it. I think he was.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, 100%, man.
You think he was one of them? I feel like this is something that classic Doctors did. I feel like they made this was an age-old thing. Like a lot of old-timey things put like eyeliner on a bloke to make them appear more sinister and creepy.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially in black and white stuff, because you wouldn't really be able to tell. It just makes their eyes look a bit more sunken and gross.
Don't think I might be wrong on this. Let me know if I'm wrong, chat, but I don't think the Master ever appeared in black and white.
Oh, really? Okay, fair enough then.
No, I think the first appearance of the Master was with the third Doctor.
The third,
and
I think,
I know which is in colour that era. But I might be wrong.
Fair fucks.
Yeah, Master is in colour, confirmed. Thanks, Jess.
Nice.
So, there you go.
Well, in that case, fuck me into the river.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. I hate being wrong as well. But yeah, so Missy is like, look, why we sat. Oh, by the way, I think it is the inception of the scene is good in itself, but I think it's very funny that everyone's preparing for war and the Masters are just sat in a room sulking with one another. Like, they're just not involved in any capacity, but they just have to be there. I find that such a funny premise that they're just like, we can't go anywhere, but like, oh, this is boring, isn't it?
Yeah, very fun.
So what's going on in this scene?
So Missy is like, hey, we need your TARDIS. Basically, it's right at the bottom. So we can't go up, but we can go down to get your TARDIS. And he's like, yeah, but it's in a sea full of Cybermen, and it doesn't work because he fucked it up. Basically,
he landed too close to the black hole thing, and it fucked up.
Yeah.
And essentially, it boils down to the fact that he needs a spare part. Otherwise, the TARDIS is fucked beyond repair.
And then Missy's like, well, you're in luck because a very long time ago, a very scary woman pushed me against a wall and made me promise to always carry a whatever the fuck it is, an interdimensional fucking box or whatever the fuck. And she says, like, I don't remember much about her, but she must have made quite an impression. Yeah. She pulls out the little thing. And then the Master's like, is it weird that I'm erect right now?
I've got a full-on boner right now,
And she's like, yes, it is.
It is extremely weird. He's such a freak, dude.
He's so weird, man. What a creep.
What a creep. Someone needs to punch this man. But yeah, he's got a little boner. Good on him.
A little boner.
Well, he does have a little boner, doesn't he?
Well, to be fair, we don't know the size of it, all right?
Oh, yeah, no, it could be a big size boner, yeah.
Probably not, then. But yeah.
He gives off small dick energy, doesn't he, the Master?
He does. Yeah. But hey, good for him. Good for him for being sexually aroused,
Yeah. I wonder if he's grown any more chest hair since. I'm interested in the Master's chest hair from Series 3.
Way too interesting. You bring up his chest hair a surprisingly large amount. Okay?
I'm curious because I feel
something which has appeared on screen so little. Okay, it's brought up on this podcast too often.
I feel like he'd have more because he's wearing you don't rock an open dressing gown like that if you're not going to show off the mane. Do you know what I mean? And he's not.
All right, but
he's grown a goatee, so technically the Master has appeared here with more hair than he used to have.
I just saw a message that says you guys should talk more about the Master's penis.
Patreon episode ranking the Master incarnations by their dick energy. Do they give off big dick or small dick?
Maybe that's what we'll do next week. Yeah.
Oh, please.
By the way, we're looking for an episode topic for next week for Patreon. So if you have any spooky ideas, let us know.
Yeah, don't suggest it here. Go into the Discord because this chat will be eradicated and we won't see it.
Or suggest it here.
So anyway, the Master's got a big boner or a small boner, depending on how you think.
Let's just say they got a boner.
They got a boner, yeah. It's just a straight up boner. I meant when I say big boner, though, I don't necessarily mean size. I mean like the magnitude of the boner would be quite erect.
All right, sure.
No, engage in this bit with me now.
No, I think I'll move on. If I'm being honest. Blabbity blue, blabbity blee. What's going on? Anything of note?
The doctor. This is something fun, and I wonder if you can explain it to me because again, this is a first watch for me. Right.
All right.
The doctor explains to this kid that's throwing apples and shit or whatever. The doctor's like, look, the Cybermen have removed all fear, and then explains to this kid, like, our job is to put it back into them, essentially. Our job is to make them feel that again. And he's lined up some toys as a demonstration, and then seemingly for no reason, the doctor just obliterates all the toys, and it cuts away.
Because that's how they're going to put the fear into the Cybermen.
I know, but it felt, I don't know, for me, it felt like such a weird cut that he's just like, because he's explained it, and then a second passes, and then he goes, fuck it. Then clears it. It just made me laugh.
Yeah. But yeah, it is a little weird. It's such a quick scene as well.
It is
such
so quick.
like a 2-second scene. So yeah, but that's good stuff.
It was good stuff, and it was a bit of fun.
Nardol's got a wife now, and she's very horny.
She's so horny, and she's this actress is in Sex Education. And she's horny in that and all.
I don't know. I've never seen Sex Education.
You'd enjoy it, I think. It's a fun show, and she's always having it. Well, she spends a long time not having it off, and then she has it off too much. You might say.
She does seem familiar. I reckon I've seen her in other stuff, which I can't quite remember.
You've seen her having it off with blokes in Sex Education, probably.
Probably. She does. She like the fact that she's very horny seems very familiar somehow. I feel like I've seen her being horny in something else, but I don't know what.
Nathan.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
But anyway. You're not into MILFs?
No.
No,
Wait, what am I talking about? Of course I'm into MILFs.
You love MILFs, yeah.
Everyone loves MILFs. Yeah.
I'm currently watching Alex Kingston in Strictly Come Dancing. Oh my God, Nathan.
Oh, yeah.
Just barking at the telly. Just pure unfiltered barking.
Don't care about Strictly Come Dancing. So.
Do you know what? I always said the same. Then I watched the season of it and I'm like, oh, I'm interested.
Dun, 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 dun. My favorite thing about Strictly Come Dancing is the quote unquote Strictly Come Dancing curse, which is like a lot of like people have ended up in an affair with whoever their partner is on Strictly Come Dancing, and they're always like,
it won't be me, and it's them.
It's them. And it's sort of like a fun. I can't remember who this was, but I saw a fun thing recently, like about like someone who was getting interviewed being like, oh, are you worried about the Strictly curse? Like someone who was on it. And then I think it might be that YouTuber kid or that TikToker, whoever he is.
George Clark.
George? Yeah, someone? Yeah,
He's
I think
funny.
he was talking about it, like and how he got asked, are you worried about the Strictly curse? And I was like, what am I going to say? Am I really going to be here and be like, yes, I'm very worried? And like, that to go out in an interview? Like,
what would you want me to say about this?
Yeah. You know, very fun. But no, I don't care for Strictly.
That's fair.
But good on Alex Kingston. She's having it down. She's having
a dance, man. And she went like second in the night, right? And she was really good. Like it was a good dance. Like for a beginner, complete novice, it was really, really good. And then they rated her low, and I was like, every single one of you judges kill yourself immediately. Man. And then people later on, that big stupid fucking gammon head, the one that's like England is not England anymore.
I don't know anyone on that show.
He's a big gammon head. He's a big fucking loser and a dork. And he cheated on his wife and he came out like a week before Strictly started. So now everyone hates him.
The
Bosch guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
absolute wanker, mate. Like complete fucking wanker. They gave him, I'm pretty sure, like somewhat like similar scores. And I was like, mate, get real. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Alex Kingston paired with that guy who was also on Doctor Who?
Yes, he's in. There's always a twist at the end.
Yeah, he's dancing in that scene, isn't he?
Yeah. He's Johannes, I think his name is. He's good. He's a good dancer. He's in The Lion King as well.
Oh, that's nice.
He's one of the lions in The Lion King.
I play Mufasa. Yeah, I play Mufasa.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I play Scar.
Oh no!
With my trademark deep Jeremy Irons voice.
Brava!
Where you go, everything the light touches is yours. And
everything the light touches, Simba. I am Darth Vader.
And I say, could a father not marry his son?
Oh no!
Like Jeremy Irons does.
Look, we like to joke about Jeremy Irons, but it's genuinely a goat performance in The Lion King. Have you? You haven't seen The Lion King though, have you?
No, I still haven't seen the original Lion King. No.
Kill yourself. Genuinely kill yourself.
I'm all for the new one where they look like really unexpressive cats.
You should stop that right now. All right, you should watch The Lion King. Anyway, back to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So Nardol's wife now is very horny. She's like, listen, I'll fuck you. I don't care if you're not human.
I will try anything once, especially your bald head.
Yes. Okay, great. But then Bill walks in and she immediately pulls out the gat and starts shooting Bill. And this is enough to make me hate this woman for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you know? I will shoot her now.
Yeah.
Look, this is so sad.
Yeah. Because the way Bill's just like, it's fine. No, it's not.
No, it's not fine.
Kill her. Yeah. Kill her now.
The thing that got me about this, because Bill
I understand.
Yeah, come on, dude. Like it's the equivalent of like when you accidentally step on a dog's tail or you shout and like your pet jumps and you're like, I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry.
The dog's like, it's okay, I still love you, yeah. But you're like, I'm so sorry.
And you spend like a dedicated 5 minutes to being like, whatever you want, pal. You want me to throw a ball? I'll throw that ball.
Your treat.
But it's the thing that really got me about this. Is because obviously they spend a lot of episodes apart because Nardol's not in it for the first couple of episodes, and then they spend like they split them up quite a lot by nature of it's a pack of 3, so they want to get some variety in who they talk to and episodes and stuff.
Yes,
but nothing really hit me quite as hard. Well, obviously at this point. Was the sheer look of pure sympathy on Nardol's face when he's like he jumps in front of the gun and is like no it's Bill and like puts the gun down, and then when Bill says she understands, the shot to Matt Lucas, it's the most expressive I've seen him in this entire show. He looks devastated for her.
He does, yeah. He really does. Like you get a sense of just how much he cares about her in that scene, and it's really sad, man.
It's so
really
sad. Dude. Yeah, I'll be honest, it really just cut me up. I was like, this is really sad to watch.
Me too.
I think there's an element because we speak about, like, we watch these episodes and it's all good and everything else, right? But then we speak about it for 2 hours after every time. That like by the time these characters like come and go, I'm like, I really feel connected to them, like in a way that I haven't done just watching a show before. So
good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then the Doctor comes in. He's like, "Hey, we got to get ready for war.
Yeah.
We're all getting ready." He doesn't like guns. Someone tries to give him a gun, and he's like, "Oh fuck no, I don't like guns. Give me that. I don't want this."
Yeah, he doesn't like guns, but he was aura farming on the porch with his shotty on his rocking chair earlier. I will say. He looked cool, man. He looked like the protective Southern dad. You better bring my daughter home this time, or else there'll be bullets.
He would never be like that. He would never be like that. I think like in another scene though, he realized he was holding a gun, and then like, oh, I don't want this.
Yeah. But that's the power of the aura farm. You're too locked into it.
I still don't fully understand the aura farming.
I know you don't. I know why.
I don't think either of us do.
TikTok have made it abundantly clear to me this week that neither of us understand what it is.
Oh, is that a TikTok?
I turned that one into one, and I think a couple of people were like, no. And I was like, all right, fair enough.
No. Who are these old men?
Yeah, and I always really like it because we'll say things in such a fleeting way because we have the context of, hey, we have like hundreds of hours of us talking about this show now, right?
Yeah.
Out there on public. So I like passingly mentioned like the 11th Doctor's Pandorica speech, and because we didn't go into full detail, someone in the comments was like, actually the intention of that speech is because of this and this. And
yeah, like, brother, we know. we did a whole episode on it, right? We know.
Yes. I was like, mate, you're a fucking loser. Go home.
They're all losers, man.
People that look, if you do it, that's great stuff. But people that comment on shorts and stuff, I'm like, who are you arguing with, man? You may as well take your opinion to a wall. Like, it's as effective.
Anyway, blah blah blah. Everyone's getting ready for war. Okay, war. And then this here is one of the best, one of the most well written, and one of the most heartbreaking scenes in all of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
which happens here. Master's like, hey, me and Sis, we're off. All right.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like, listen, cunts.
I will kill myself.
I will kill myself, and I will kill you right now. Just stop and help. You can help, all right? And then they're like, fuck off, you cunt.
He fully crashes out. It's quite fun until it's then extremely sad. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they're like, "Hey, we're off. Come on, lady version. You know, I don't even know what you're seeing him anyway." And Missy's like, likewise, which is a little heartbreaking as they go away. And then the doctor's funny, just like, no,
enough.
Fuck it, no. You know what? I fucking had enough. No. And then he chases after them, and this is look, a show which has produced incredible speech after incredible speech after incredible speech from a writer who has produced incredible speech after incredible speech after incredible speech from a performer who has delivered incredible speech after incredible speech after incredible speech comes, surprise, surprise, yet another incredible speech.
Just add it to the pile, man. Like,
add it to the pile of goated speeches. But this one is so heartbreaking because it feels so personal as well, though. It's such a thesis statement of the Doctor, first of all, in like and a lot of stuff like we've said for the longest time on the show, you know, like where the stuff about like I don't do this because it's easy or because it fucking works because it hardly ever does or whatever. I do this because it's right.
And this is us about podcasting.
Yeah.
Because Lord knows it ain't easy, Nathan,
it ain't easy,
but the people need it.
Because we do it because it's decent, okay? Because it's right. No, but like how like the Doctor will often like be in a scenario where like this is gonna kill me, but it's what I have to do. Yeah, because like
a couple of weeks ago he was gonna throw himself into a fucking hill or something in Scotland, wasn't he? Yeah.
The way the 11th Doctor went out, like fucking, he defended a town for like fucking 900 years or whatever because he was the only one who could do it, and of course he's gonna do it. He's gonna be there and defend these people. Fucking hair in my mouth. If there's like 5 people who need to be saved, the Doctor will fucking give up his life for those 5 people so they can be saved, and that's what it will always come down to. And Peter Capaldi just fucking does this speech so well. It's so beautifully performed, and to get through all of that and to have him pleading with the Master, and it's like, just this once, please, just this once, just be kind.
Yeah.
And the Master's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to a single fucking word you just said, cunt,
wait,
you know?
and this is the thing that pisses me off about the Sims Master, right? Because he can do that. He can do all that performative schmarmy shit, right? Like, you know, like, this is the face of a man who does not care or whatever the fuck. And then, like, strolls off like a wanker, right? But he did care, and he listened to every word because it cuts to his fucking reaction multiple times. And you can see that he looks fucking embarrassed of himself. Like, you can tell that he fucking hates himself, and good. Because, quite frankly, he should kill himself.
He should kill himself.
Yeah.
He should.
And he technically does, in a roundabout way. Good on him.
And then I love how like the Doctor then starts to plead to Missy. He's like, he's a lost cause, whatever.
Yeah, fuck
like,
him.
I knew that. He's gone, all right? But Missy, you've changed. I know you've changed. You might not want to admit it, but I fucking know what you're capable of. And he even says, like, stand with me. It's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
And then you can see Missy say that's exactly what she wants to, but she just can't. She just can't quite give it up, which is
it's horrible.
Oh, it's so heartbreaking, man. It's such a heartbreaking moment, and then she leaves. But
it's so fucking sad. It's devastating, and I think it's so impactful and important. There's a part of me, the fist pumping, popcorn brain part of me that wants to see nothing more than for them both to turn on the spot and tell John Sim to get stuffed, right? And for them to run off into the sunset defending this fucking little place, right? And it's both of their undoing. But I think it's so thematically important that Missy can't accept it at this moment and does accept it a bit later on. And I'll talk about that because that's one of my favorite scenes in the entire show for a long time is that Master scene, I think.
What are your thoughts on the look of this scene? Because it's very much day for night. It's clearly it's shot during the middle of a very bright and sunny day.
Yeah,
but it's been filtered with to look like nighttime.
You can always tell.
You can always tell.
Yeah,
and let me tell you, that was probably my biggest gripe with this episode for the longest time.
Yeah.
it was my biggest gripe of the episode. Okay, whenever I thought about like this scene in particular, I always thought how it's such a shame that it's like it's got all these filters on it and it doesn't quite look right. But then watching it this very week, I watched it twice this week, and then the first time I watched it this week, for the first time I realized, oh, but it's intentional. It's a spaceship. It's an artificial light. You know, it's not quite real dark light. It's not quite real nighttime. It's artificial, and you can see even the actual like fake lights in the sky and stuff. And I was like, I can forgive it then. It's fine.
I definitely don't. Like, it definitely didn't take me out. I think when you've got this caliber of like characterization and writing and stuff, like it's impossible.
The performance definitely shines through. The performance
it definitely does. Yeah,
definitely outweighs like the look of it. I think.
Yeah, there are certain things that like if you're excelling on every front, the last thing that you stumble at is not going to make me give a fuck. Like I'm already, you've already got me. I'm hooked. But yeah, it definitely. Whilst watching it, it's interesting you say it with that perspective because I didn't think about that at all. But then when you started to speak about it, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But yeah, watching it, I was a little bit like, this is a bit ugly though. This doesn't look great.
I don't think it's ugly. I just think it's
a bit flat. It's just visually flat. I think.
I think it's strange. I think it's a strange choice, but
yeah, when it didn't have to be. Like,
I wouldn't necessarily say ugly, but but then again, thinking about it. Does this scene work in broad daylight? I don't know if it does. I don't know. I think there's something about this speech which needs a little bit of atmosphere. You know, I don't think a bright and sunny country day is necessarily the right sort of setting for this speak. I think it does need a bit of a colder atmosphere to it. I think it would be too much of a warm temperature for what they're trying to get across.
There's definitely something in the execution of it being like you kind of want to emulate this feeling of the night before. Like, there's a scene in Game of Thrones, funnily enough, that also do day for night in a fucking awful way.
Bro loves Game of Thrones.
Bro loves the second Game of Thrones mention of the week. But there's something about like they do a lot of sequences where it's like the night before a big battle. And
Name one.
The Stannis one, and he's talking to Davos or whatever. Done. Yeah, good job, Lawrence.
Good job.
But yeah, they do a lot. You want to set the atmosphere of the night before a battle. Like, it's an important atmosphere to set, especially because a lot of this episode is focused on like war soon war. So yeah, I look. It does the coloring of it doesn't take me out at all, and I think it's one of them things that I notice it, but I'm so far removed from caring about it when the episode's of this quality. Like,
take me out to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Yeah. Oh, won't you please take me home?
Very nice. Very nice, man.
So blah blah blah. The Cybermen are coming.
Yeah. Oh, the Cybermen arrive and the little girls, like, because in and amongst all of this, Nardole showed them like, we're doing theatre, by the way. Like, I've programmed all the trees to blow up when I press keyboards and stuff.
I can program everything to blow up on this computer, which I have.
Yeah, which is also
and
like...
then the Doctor stole that.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take that tech, thanks.
Yeah.
And you see it like go into the Sonic or whatever.
Which is quite cool. I like
the
little
thing,
dissolve thing. Yeah.
Interesting where you draw the line with Sonics, because you don't like a beam and you don't like a scan.
I don't like a beam, no. But this isn't a beam or a scan.
No, this is a of knowledge.
Little fun. It's fun. Just take a little thing out.
Yeah. I liked it. I'm moving for all. But yeah, so that's Nardole showed them how to blow up trees. And I do like that the Doctor's like, it's theatre. We're going to do theatre. I'm like, you're still bombing them. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, the how and why doesn't really matter too much, does it? It matters that you're just bombing them, which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine though. They're only Cybermen.
Yeah, exactly. And they show up to this girl and they're like, time to upgrade. And she's like, nah, you're all right. And just bombs them to fuck.
She throws an apple at them and then, just blows them all up. So that's pretty sick.
Which is great. Yeah, I like that quite a lot.
Yeah.
But then we do see Missy and the Master that are hiding in the trees trying to get back to the lift. Yeah, this is not their big scene yet, but it's one of the insert shots of them on their way back there. I think the next big thing that's going on is Nardole's little base of operations, right?
Yes, you're right. Yes, isn't this where like they all say goodbye?
Yeah, this is the kind of the farewell scene for everyone. Yeah.
So a nice little goodbye. I think this is a good goodbye scene between Nardole and the Doctor. They have a bit of a standoff. Nardole the doctor's like, hey, Nardole, you need to go and like make sure the kids are safe and carry them up to like the fucking next few floors or whatever. Yeah. And Nardole is very much against the idea. He's like, I don't fucking want to be stuck babysitting kids. He even says like, you know what I'm like, any more than 3 people in the room, I try to start a black market. And then he's talking about how he'll be like selling them their own spaceship back to them and stuff, which is, I don't know, it's very fun to think about Nardole like that because he doesn't necessarily come across that way.
No,
really.
But you can tell he's a guy with a coloured past.
He's got a past, hasn't he? Yeah.
Do you know what? It took me a minute to get what the scene was going for because I've always found the Doctor and Nardole's relationship a bit, I think intentionally so, a bit one note, a little bit back and forth. The doctor says jump, Nardole reluctantly says how high, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it took me a minute to really grasp in the scene that what they're trying to do is obviously show them that the Doctor has always held Nardole in a seriously high regard, like, and has done for a while. And I think although it's the unsaid thing between them both, it is a deeply reliant relationship on one another. Like, the Doctor needs Nardole, and as exemplified by the fact that they're not getting off that roof unless he shows up and has been useful. Like,
it's true. Very much so.
What did you think of this scene? I really liked it.
I like it. I think it's a nice little scene between the Doctor and Nardole. It's a good little moment. I like Nardole's initial reluctance, but then once like the Doctor kind of butters him up and is like, which one of us is stronger kind of stuff, is like, I've got no choice now, do I?
Yeah,
you know?
thanks, mate. You fucking nailed it to me there. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it. It's sweet. I do like the character of Nardole. Like, I know he's not to everyone's cup of tea and stuff, but I think he's a good inclusion of the season. I think him, the Doctor, and Bill, they're a good little trio. I think
I do too. I my biggest thing when we started this, right? Started series 10 was that I kind of thought that Nardole would be the spare part, and I think there's an element to the show where they try and put him in that boat a little bit. While they allow us a bit more time with Bill to get to know Bill a bit more.
He's definitely the least important of the 3.
Yes, absolutely.
But still an important part of the team.
I think if you took him away, you lose something. You definitely. He's an additive addition. Like, he's not just window dressing. Like, if you remove him from the thing, you lose a nice, interesting aspect of their dynamic, which is an underrated thing of this, is that every now and again Nardole and Bill get a scene together where they go like, the Doctor's pissing me off today. And I think that's an important thing. Like, it's fun and interesting, and I quite like it.
I think it's great as well when Bill Nardole's like, right, fine, but you, young lady, to Bill, you're coming with me. And he's like, I think you remember I'm still empowered to kick your ass. And Bill goes, you'd have to go back down to the hospital and find you then.
Yeah. This is such a good scene, man. They're all kind of like, it's their last moment to have a little joke with one another.
Yeah.
And I quite appreciate that. And it comes down to early. We skipped over it a little bit, but Bill does say to the Doctor earlier on in the episode that if I can't live as me, then I want to die, basically.
Yes.
And Bill's decision here to be like, look, my ass got handed to me a long time ago, mate. Like, this is what choices I have now are my own, and if I'm going to exercise them, then what I want to do is stick it to these fucking cunts, basically.
And it's nice.
It's nice. And it's going out on your own terms in service of something rather than just fizzling out like a wet fart because of Cyberman 100%. Programming. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's nice. They have a little goodbye. Nardole's like, I don't know what to say. And Bill's like, oh, I'm sure you'll find the words later. And he's like, you're wrong. I never will find the words. And off it goes. That's them done. Really.
Yeah. Nardy, man.
It's sad. Nardy.
The look he gives to the Doctor afterwards, like the knowing little nod they share, it's just like, oh my god, fuck.
So off he goes. He goes to help the kids. They all go into the tunnels or whatever. And then the Masters, Missy and the Master, they're about to get in the lift. The lift is here.
My god, this scene.
And then Missy's like, hey, big boy.
Hey, big boy, come here.
Come give me a little cuddle. Give me a little cuddle.
And he's like, "We doing this? I did have that boner earlier.
Are we finally? Are we doing this?
Let's straight up fuck, man.
Are we finally having this?" And they have a little hug or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Missy presses square to assassinate.
Yeah, this is so subtle and so casual. I like that it's so like. It's quick fingers Missy, isn't it? Like, we've seen her with a little blade. No, not in that way, right? You made it weird. This is a common thing.
I don't know if it is. I'll just play that.
But I think it's funny. It's also funny to weaponize his own stupid fucking somehow egotistical, self-assured sexism to himself. Like, a Doctor Who is the only show you can say that with this dynamic.
Sure, yeah.
But it is fun to weaponize the fact that you're like, come here. Hey, come here, man. Come here. Yeah. And he comes over there and you go, dead. Like, only he would be as stupid enough to fucking fall for this.
I really like what she's saying as well. I love the, like, how she like, hugs him, slowly strokes, like, the back of his hair and says, like, I loved being you. I loved how you burned like a sun, you know, like a whole screaming world on fire. It's just it's such a beautiful, like, description of, like, the chaos of the Master, I think.
Yeah.
And then she kills him. She gives him a little stab.
Gives him the 1-2 fuck you, which is quite nice. I do something I like about it as well is it's kind of a kind approach to addiction. Like, it's not to negate the entire person's sense of worth because of the life they led. It's more a case of like, look, you did what you did, and that's something you needed to do. And now I'm taking a different path. I don't, like, you can regret stuff, but Missy's very much saying, like, it was fun though. But now it's time to call it a day. And 100%. Enough. Yeah.
And it's good to see Missy come to that place, really, to be able to get to that place where she's just strong enough to do that, strong enough to take that stand. And we'll get to what that stand is a little later, but
we absolutely will. And I just on this note, I like that it's taking the Master out like this. I think it's very important that she does it and she's not talked into it. This doesn't come off the back of a big speech. I'm sure it's kicking about in her fucking head, but she chooses actively to stop before she gets to that lift and goes, no, enough's enough.
Hunch.
Anyway,
Cybermen come in. They're like, we're Cybermen.
What did you think? What was I can't quite work out what the intention here was of the Doctor and Bill, their goodbye moment.
Oh, I love this. Beautiful moment.
I like
Bill's
it,
like,
but I can't quite work it out.
What do you mean you can't quite work it out?
Well, like, is it just that she's doing? Am I missing something, or is it Bill being like trying to gotcha him, basically trying to be like, there could be something here, and then being like, but nah, I'm still a lesbian. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Like,
she's just been silly. She's having a bit of fun.
Okay, then that's fine. Yeah, because I thought that's what it was, but I was like, it felt strange. It felt a bit weird to me, a bit tonally out of place.
Why?
I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it felt like it undercut a bit of the sincerity.
Why's she saying she's gay? I don't like it. Why's she saying she's gay? Why's she got to go on about it all the time?
No, I can't quite work out what it was, but for me, it felt a little. Like, it felt awkwardly placed. Like, I can see Bill making this joke, but not in this scenario where they're actively saying goodbye to one another as they both agree they're going to go off and get bombed to death. Like,
I think that's why I think it works. I think it's the perfect place for it. Bill doesn't necessarily strike me as like a big, let's have a big hug and cry and say how much we'll miss each other sort of thing. I think it's look, we know what this is. We know what our relationship is. Peace out, homie. You know, like,
it's the definitive, like, we get it. Yeah, we know what each other are.
We get it. Yeah. It's neither of them really would be. I don't think neither of them are really comfortable with big, drawn out speeches and big goodbyes and I love yous and all this kind of stuff. It's just like,
I think there's an element of it maybe being Bill's like not letting him off the hook because she never blamed him, but she knows that the Doctor blames himself. I think there might be an element of that where Bill's like, we're good, bro. We're having a joke. Our last words together are not deep and sad and going to play on you for the rest of your life. It's in fact a nice moment of levity. Which is, I get it. I just felt it did feel a bit random, but not unappreciated, but it did come across as a bit random for me.
I like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like it.
You're allowed to.
I will.
What's next? Are we back to the Master and Missy?
Without hope, without witness, without reward.
Oh,
yes,
my
we're back
Lord.
to the Master and Missy. Yes.
Bro's going off like a lone gunslinger to go and die. Oh,
off he goes. Yeah.
Anyway.
But yes, Master and Missy. Master's like, how long do I have? And Missy is apparently very precise, so she's able to make sure that he'll be able to get back to his TARDIS, make a cup of tea, and then succumb and regenerate, presumably, into her.
Yeah, I do like that. They kind of fudged that a little bit by being like, Missy still can't be sure that Sim's going to go into Missy. Like the order is still a little bit up in the air. Who knows? Which is quite interesting.
I think that's pretty much confirmed.
Oh, do you think it is that Sim becomes
master into Missy is pretty much confirmed?
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I thought they kind of. Yeah. I thought on the roof earlier they were like, there was that whole sequence of like, do I become you? And then it's like, so like, how did this work? And Missy's like, I don't know.
It's always kept. It's never 100% confirmed. It's always kept a little bit vague. But I feel like this scene kind of pretty much says so.
Do we ever get a placement of where Sacha Dhawan's master is?
No, that's always a big debate. And there's a lot of specifically because of this. There's always
that makes sense
because it's always a big debate because a lot of people feel like it's a regression on the master to be like from to be like to go from Missy to Dhawan master is always, people feel like it's a big regression,
back to square one kind of thing.
Yeah, so they often say that Dhawan master became before that. Me myself, I don't really know, but
I'm curious to get into that because and this is the only sentence of sizzle I'll say about the next era. I love the performance, but after watching this scene and this episode and this arc, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about its place overall. But
again, its place isn't confirmed. There is no point where they say Dhawan master came after Missy. So.
I love that. I do like that the show is smart enough to always keep you a little bit on the back foot with that kind of stuff. It's a nice way to just leave opportunities open for someone else down the line, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
But
here though, yes. So the master's like, why? What? Why? Come on,
bro.
What the fuck? Be so for real, bro. All right. Why'd you do this, brother? All right.
Come on, man.
And Missy just straight up says because he's right, because it's time to stand with him. It's where we've always been going. It's time to stand with the Doctor. And the master's like, bitch, fuck no.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Absolutely not. All right.
Yeah.
He's like, fucking, I'll never stand with a doctor. And she's like, yes, you will. Soon enough, little boy. And Missy's going off. And then he gives her a zap.
Turns her back on him, man. That's the fucking. Yeah. Come on, don't do that. You know yourself better than that.
And he gives her a zap with the laser sonic or whatever the fuck it is, laser screwdriver. Which apparently just straight up kills her because he says don't bother trying to regenerate. You got the full blast, which again may or may not be true. We don't know if the one comes after her, so we don't know. May or may not be true.
Yeah.
And then they just both laugh together, but there's something really I don't know. There's the way Missy laughs. It's like half laughing, half crying, really. Yes, but it's it's not crying, but it has the sense of it, really.
It's kind of remorseful. I think there's a lovely element to this that is, and why I'm very, very thankful that Missy didn't just turn around to the Doctor mid-speech and go, "Yep, good, I stand with you here and now." I'm glad that she took a moment to consider it, because what I think this does for Missy's character is gives. The best that she is allowed is the self-assurance that she made the right choice at the end, and she died standing with the Doctor. But one thing I love about the penance for all the harm that she has caused is that no one knows it. To everyone else, she's a coward again.
That's what's the most heartbreaking thing. Specifically, the Doctor never knows it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you mean exactly? That's not good.
No, I think it's horrible.
Heartbreaking.
I know it's heartbreaking for the Doctor, but I think from a character writing perspective.
I think it's mean. You should know.
No, I don't think so. Because Missy.
Get your fucking film lover shit out of it.
No,
right?
Man, absolutely.
We want to talk about how nice they are, and they should be nice.
No, because Missy has murdered a fucking lot of people and deserves retribution. People deserve retribution.
She has never done anything wrong in her life.
Stop it, because you know I'm right. All right.
She has never done anything wrong ever.
I like the fact that the best she gets is the assurance that she made the right choice at the end. But I also really like that no one knows it. No,
I don't like that.
I mean,
that. I do. No, I like it from a storytelling perspective.
Yes,
but I don't like it. I think it's mean and cruel.
It breaks my heart.
It's so heartbreaking to me how the Doctor never knows this happened. The Doctor the Doctor thinks that ultimately all his effort was for nothing, and that at the end of it all, Missy betrayed him.
Yeah,
okay,
it's horrendous for the Doctor. Yeah,
he has no idea how Sim Master went out. He has no idea that Missy did this. He has no idea what becomes of Missy, as far as we're aware. So it's just, it's sad, man. It's heartbreaking for me.
It's heartbreaking. I think, it's a tragedy for the Doctor. For Missy, I think it's literally pitched perfectly. I think it's the exact right amount of remorse and gratitude that she was owed as a character. Like,
sometimes I want to punch you in your face.
What is wrong about what I'm saying? Dispute anything that I'm saying.
It's just the way you're being like, this is perfect. I love this.
Because it is perfect. I think it's the most interesting thing you could have done with this, and why I love this fucking scene. And if you want to get really wanky about it, I'm yet to move on to my next note, which is that what do you think about how they both die? I'm curious to hear what you think first.
The Missy and the Master,
like their last respective shots of John Sim in the lift and Michelle Gomez on the floor.
I don't know if you're going to get into some symbolism of the way their body's full of some shit.
I'm about to.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm about to, dude. I liked it. I really, really like the way that. Firstly, John Sim's going down to a previous fucking level of like. People have said this. It's an unobtainable level of like, you can't get down to that level. Right. And people have said that throughout the episode. And I like that he dies being lowered into it, having just committed an act of murder on himself, like the ultimate death of yourself, right? Betraying himself to the highest fucking order and just being submerged into his own darkness and his own cruelty, laughing as he goes, like a true fucking maniacal loser, right? And I also love, on Missy's perspective, that she's up on the ground, like elevated above him, within nature, but in the mud. Like she's like, there's a purity to the nature that surrounds her that can't quite get to her, but she's still very much in the mud and stuck. I think it's beautifully symbolized. I think the way that they're framed is so nice. And I was like actively watching the scene being like, this is the coolest fucking shit I've ever seen. I love this shit so much. It's why I like Rachel Talalay in the director's chair, because she brings a level of quality that is great, I think.
I like it when they go boom.
No, you don't. But you've said this about other stuff. Like, do you not think that that stuff applies here? I think that's lovely.
Yeah, of course I do. I didn't have that exact specific thought, but
yeah,
I'm not as wanky as you. But
but like, I like it, man. I think it's.
I also like it.
Yeah,
I like it. It's stop making out like I don't like this.
No, and I'm sure you do. I'm just saying this is rad. This is cool, man. This is why I'm all up in Rachel Talalay directing Doctor Who, I think.
I would love to show the you from 7 years ago this and just be like,
well, I'd have a scene similar to this scene, right? I'd have a complete ego death of the Master and Missy.
This conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you took this me as I am now and showed it to me to 2017 Lawrence.
Oh, you'd be like, Master.
I will never stand with the Nathan.
It's true, yeah. So the Doctor's in battle. He's running through the woods as like Cybermen are attacking him, and he's listing off what seemingly all the times he's fought the Cybermen. Yeah, as he's blowing them up. He's like, tell us. Yeah. Ice Tombs, Canary Wharf.
This is so fucking
Planet 14 or whatever, you know? It's very cool.
It's so... the bit that made me laugh, because a lot of this is like, it's classic. It's referencing classic stuff, right? Yeah. And the bit that made me do the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme was when he was like, every time you lose, even on the moon. And I was like, I saw that one. I know that one.
Did you?
Yeah, they did the moon thing with the 11th Doctor, didn't they? I think it was on the moon, the Cyberman on the moon, and that annoying kid was there. Or was it the fake moon?
That wasn't on the moon. That was on the fake moon.
Ah, bollocks.
Yeah. It was a planet which was like a theme park or something.
What the fuck then? Because that was Warwick Davis is there. And there was a Cyberman mate, and yeah.
But there was a moon, but it was like a fake ride or whatever.
Is there one where they've been on the actual moon?
I think you'd have done the point thing at Canary Wharf, surely.
Oh, I did the point, yeah, but like the moon got me excited. Okay. Yeah, the Canary Wharf I was there for. I was like, I know that one.
Yes, they're referencing a space station the Cybermen attacked in Classic Who.
Oh, I can't wait till I've seen Classic Who, and then I can be like, yeah, I get it.
Bro doesn't know. Bro thinks he knows.
Bro clearly has no clue.
But anyway, yes, even on the moon, and then it gets zapped by a Cyberman.
Yeah,
it gets headshotted by he doesn't get shot in the head.
He no scoped.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't get shot in the head. He gets shot from a Cyberman.
Yeah, he gets head cannoned into fuck. Yeah, which actually
don't say head cannon.
That's another thing
as well.
Yeah,
that's a different thing.
Head blasted. Okay. The Doctor gets blasted away by head.
No,
you could say that.
Oh, what a way to go! Oh no, how terrible!
I thought there'd be stars.
Horrendous. Anyway.
Oh my god. There's
this moment.
There's the reference that will come back later on. The
yes, but
the original, you might say, or whatever.
Yeah. So the Doctor he gets shot, whatever. He's like, "Hello, I'm the Doctor," and the Cyberman's like, "Doctors are not required." He's like, "No, I'm not a doctor. I am the Doctor."
Yeah.
The original, you might say. And then I think he gets shot again.
He does get shot again, yeah.
He gets blasted again.
Do you think that Capaldi just said to Stephen Moffat one day, I have to say this before I'm not the Doctor anymore. I have to say this at one point.
Like, yeah, maybe. Because I think it's a good line.
It's a great line, but it very much feels like Capaldi being like, work that one in, if you would.
Yeah.
Like, and fucking fair fucks, man, because he sells it and it's cool and it looks good, yeah.
It is great. But then, he's like, he just falls to his knees. You see the regeneration energy flaring up once again.
Yeah.
But then he just says, Doctor, let it go.
Yeah.
Time enough. And then he does his sonic and everything just fucking blows up.
Yeah.
Basically.
My God. Also, I am now firmly in the camp of I am aware that Murray Gold is a shyster for not releasing this tune. Right, there's tunes because I know he's blasting away to the Shepherd's Boy, I think. But then, when he's lying dead, or like half dead or whatever.
Oh, the slow little piano.
Yeah,
yeah.
Release the bop. What's wrong with you?
Has it not been in the other seasons?
I don't know, maybe because I know that you said also Series 10 is a lot of repetition.
I think towards the end, there's next week there's quite a bit of Murray Gold just being like, let me just pull up Spotify real quick.
Yeah,
yeah. Just
Murray types in on YouTube Murray Gold OST. There was another one at some point in this. I can't. I think it was when the Master and Missy were having a chat a bit earlier in the episode. I heard a tune that I hadn't heard since like Series 4 or something, and I was like, come on, man.
Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful
stuff.
Let's
get with it, yeah.
But yeah, I know we joked about it, but that was for a different thing. But I think it is quite beautiful, the Doctor saying, pity, no stars.
Yeah,
there'd be stars. I think it's really is just something. But anyway, there's shit with Nardole, whatever, who cares? But then Bill is walking through the battlefield. We see Cyber Bill.
Yeah. I'm genuinely shocked that it's Nardole's last appearance on screen, and you went, "There's shit with Nardole, who cares?"
But it's not anything though, is it? It's just.
I think it's something. I think there's a nice moment of like it's Nardole. He's like, he knows that he's gonna die here. Like, he can't fight the Cybermen the same way. Like even the Doctor said he can save them for a little while, only a few of them for a little while. And I think it's nice that Nardole has just resigned himself to, like, he's not being sulky about it. He's waiting for his mates. He resigns himself to the fact they're not coming, and he goes, time to get on with it. And he goes with a smile. I like that. I think that's nice.
Yeah, I guess. I'd just rather talk about Bill than Bill.
Yeah, I mean, so would I, but I think we should... Oh, my God, if we could... taking me back to past Lawrence's, if you rewind the clock 12 weeks or whatever, imagine me advocating for Matt Lucas's final scene rather than you.
Lawrence, we're 2 hours and 20 minutes in... Oh, but we took... There's
stuff. I was just gone for like 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting... scared for nothing, but whatever. Anyway.
We always go a little bit longer on finales and stuff anyway. It's a longer episode of Doctor Who anyway.
It's not a finale.
It is a finale to a season of television, Nathan.
It's not a finale. Not in my heart. It's not, all right? it's part 2 of a 3-part storyline.
Yeah, Still Got Legs will list it as a as an episode of the season next week. So fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so go on. Where do you want to talk about with Bill?
So Bill's here. She's Cyber Bill is like walking through the battlefield, looking quite like bruised up and clearly like damaged and stuff. But then she comes across the Doctor's body and like just like falls onto it, really, like clutching the Doctor's body. And then we see Bill just like crying over his body and stuff, basically, which is heartbreaking and sad and everything. And she has a little cry. We see her tears, and then her puddle GF comes back.
Right. So here's a fun thing.
Was this a shock to you?
Well, here's my exact turn of phrase. Well, here's my exact kind of where my mind was at, right? I'm going to read this verbatim. Puddle girl from the pilot? Yeah, it's her.
Yes.
What the fuck? Bill's suddenly out of her Cyberman outfit. She's dead? No? Yes? What's happening? She gets kissed by her wet puddle mate. Oh, the tears thing. Okay, this came back around beautifully, can't lie. I enjoy that she's not dead. Different way of living. Great stuff.
Okay.
So I had a full mental catharsis moment there.
That does about sum it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was the thing, and I can't remember if I said this to you earlier or not, but like this was the thing that when I first saw it, I went, no, what? And then within 30 seconds, I was like, oh, Moffat, you genius. You fucking genius, man. Because at first I was like, this is a naff resolution. And then I was like, no, this is goated, actually. I'm dumb. And
it's great.
This is cool, yeah.
It's great. I think it's great. I think it's good to have a way to basically get Bill out of that cyber shell that she was trapped in, get her soul out of it and stuff. And she's not quite alive. She's not quite a normal human. Like Heather can make her a normal human if that's what she wants, but she's not quite at that point. Yeah, like she says, it's just a different kind of living. But yeah, I'm never going to be one. I'm never going to be the type of person who's like, no, she should have died, because I think, frankly, that's boring. And it's not, to me, it's not what Doctor Who is about. So I'm always going to celebrate a companion living in the end.
I can definitely see people saying that this, like, I don't agree with it, but I can understand the criticism of like this might, for some more pessimistic people, this kind of does narratively undercut the last hour.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm in the same boat as you, where I'm just like, no, Bill was fucked over at every corner. Like Bill is not a character like Missy that has done wrong. Like Bill is a character that is innocent and was dicked over to the max. And I think it's right that she has a non-tragic ending, I think.
100%. Quite a beautiful ending as well. She gets to go off and live with her space
with her
water
puddle
GF.
Yeah.
And just go travel space and travel puddles and shit.
I think it takes a high caliber of writer to get this to work, because when I first saw the puddle go, I was like, that's a girl I have not thought about since the pilot episode, some like 3 months back now. We watched that, like, so I was fully sat there being like, how the fuck are you gonna make this work? What the fuck are you trying to say with this? And then within 5 seconds you're on board with it and you're like, no, it makes sense. And the when there's tears there's hope thing, it's the only fathomable way. It's the only fathomable way of getting Bill out of the shell. It's Bill getting a happy ending where she can not just be reverted back to serving chips. She gets to still explore the universe, albeit not with the Doctor. This is kind of what we said about people getting their backs up a little bit about Clara's ending. There's punishment there. There's punishment in the fact that she can't be with the Doctor, but she still is able to go and have her time and explore the universe. And also there is the promise
she
of
doesn't need to be punished.
No, she doesn't need to be at all. No, but it's not a death without consequence or stakes.
Because she never did anything.
Look, the point I'm making is I like that there's something that Bill and Clara have both now ended their stories in where they have the possibility to go on and do more, but they also have the promise of something waiting for them. Clara's being death, and Bill's being, she could just go back to her human life if she wanted to. Like her puddle GF said, it's just atoms. It can be arranged however she wants. So
they managed to get back to the TARDIS. They take the Doctor back to the TARDIS, which I guess Bill thinks he's dead pretty much, because she's like, this is a resting place for him. She says like, this is where the only place he'd really want to rest in peace. I will say, really, really nice. I don't know if this was a decision by Talele, probably, or like costuming or whatever, but like the way the Doctor's laid out on the floor, and his coat is like open and splayed out. He's got like the red lining of his coat kind of looks like a puddle of blood underneath him.
I didn't notice that, but that's awesome. Yeah,
it's like a good way of showing that, I think, without actually showing it. I think it's
that's really symbolic. It's quite good. That's really fucking interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that shot again now.
It looks really good, and that whole scene. Oh my god, it breaks my heart that we're down to the last 2 episodes of this TARDIS just because of how good it looks as well. Like
phenomenal, yeah.
So the lighting in this TARDIS is so beautiful. I think it just adds so much to the atmosphere of the scenes, especially scenes like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, nice thing with Heather. Heather's flying the TARDIS, you know, and like that's what she's saying. It's like, I can put you back to a human. You can go make chips, or we can go basically travel the cosmos together. And I like that, like, Bill takes a chance to say goodbye to the Doctor, and, you know, where there's tears and hope, and that's all beautiful and stuff. But then I do like then she has the moment where, like, hey, I've been around the block a bit now. I'll show you around.
Yeah, it's not like she's learned from him. She's now taking on a leadership role. It's not someone else shepherding Bill into a new way of life. It's Bill taking the reins on her own life and going, "Fuck you, let's go." Like,
yeah. And I think that's really sweet. I really like that moment. And yeah, it's a bit sweet. I've loved Bill this season, man. Bill's an absolute great companion. I think Pearl Mackie played her so well. I think it's a nice goodbye and a nice departure for that character. I think it's a beautiful ending.
I do too. Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's not since Martha have we had a one shot. I think like a one and done season, and I think they're so effective because they can come in. And I saw a lot of people, and I know we spoke about it as well after the non-stop trauma that was Series 9, and especially the kind of the traumatic ending of Series 9. Bill really came in and immediately, after like going on this whole journey of just falling in love with the character of Clara and the Doctor, Pearl Mackie really had the insurmountable task of taking that role on, and what she did with the performance and how she was able to act as an antidote of to all that pain by just being a breath of fresh air and a fun mate. Like it's exactly what I liked Martha from what she tried to do after Rose. The Doctor needs a friend.
100%. Yeah. I do really like her last words to the Doctor as well. The way she's like, you know what? I'm never going to believe you're dead. You know what? Because the universe is just going to need you too much, and you're always going to be there to help. And then she gives him a little kiss and is like, well, I hope I see you again, basically, which is really sweet. It's a really sweet little ending. So that's that. Off she goes. They run out into space or whatever. I guess they can just run into space, I guess.
They can go be puddle GFs together.
They can go be puddle GFs, yeah. So that's very sweet. But then the Doctor, we see he's just lying on the TARDIS floor. We see regeneration energy light up on his forehead. And then we see some companions. We see basically all of the new Who companions, which is quite nice. We see just a shot of them all saying Doctor. Rose, Martha, Donna, Jack, Vastra, and Jenny.
Yeah, Vastra and Jenny. I was well excited to see them.
Yeah, Sarah Jane, Amy, Clara, which I screamed and cheered for. River.
Just any crumb of Clara that we get on the screen, I'm like, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
But then ends with Missy, which is a choice, I think.
Certainly.
Very interesting choice that Missy is the last one. And then that's why he then gets up and gasps and is then like, Sontarans preventing the course of human history.
This is so good. This is so this is, stop me if I'm wrong, right? This is all like prior Doctor's exit lines, right?
Yes, I believe so.
I think so.
Well, he definitely is when he says, I don't want to go, and when the Doctor was me, and that kind of stuff. Sontarans preventing the course of human history. Maybe a classic Doctor. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
maybe,
them, I think this is so dumb. I think Capaldi should have shut up and gone, he's too old.
He's too old. He's too thin. No. He should have gone, I'm about to become a paper mache. No, Sarah Jane. No. I'm about to become a paper mache, man. Sarah Jane.
I think that would have worked better.
What do you think of my paper mache, man, Sarah Jane?
Sarah Jane.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, man. But this is this is great. Yeah, this is he kind of shoots up. He's got I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I still don't. I'm still very excited to see this whole thing play out.
He's a little bit fucked. He doesn't know what's going on at first. He's he's clearly going through some old memories, old lives and stuff. He's given his final moments, and then he kind of has a bit of a standoff with the TARDIS, really,
which is so cool. Yeah,
he's been quite defiant, been the TARDIS stops and as in it's landed somewhere, and then he's like, "Where have you taken me? You're trying to make a point. I'm not listening. I'm not gonna change again. I can't go on being somebody else." And what is this reminiscent of?
Absolutely.
Your goat, all right. Your
well,
favorite
Nathan,
scene.
My goat. We'll see next week.
We'll see. Yes. But yeah, he says, I think it's very cool how he says, whatever it is, wherever it is, I'm staying. And then he leaves the TARDIS, and there's very clearly the sound of the cloister bell, which is a warning. The cloister bell is a warning of danger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Basically the TARDIS saying, you shouldn't be doing this. This is wrong. You're not supposed to defy regeneration or whatever. But yeah, then this is where the previous episode opened up. I guess it's carrying on from that scene where he's regenerating, but he he puts himself out.
Yeah. I thought this was the coolest shit that I'd seen, man. This is so awesome.
He puts his regenerating hands into the snow and it's
the way it fizzles out like a candle or something is so funny. Yeah.
And then he's like, "I will not change."
Yeah.
And then we hear a voice.
Yeah.
"I will not change." Yeah. "Oh, no, my boy." And then it's the Doctor. It's the first Doctor. It's David Bradley as William Hartnell's first Doctor, which is very fun. A very fun little thing. Is "Oh, you may be a Doctor, but I am the Doctor."
Yeah,
the original.
And
you
so
might say, and he does the.
Yeah, I thought as soon as I saw that, I was like, "All right, bro, bro went to bro got the cheat codes for this performance."
Well, he's done it before, hasn't he? He did it in Space and Time.
That's what I thought. So that's what I got wrong. You corrected me on that a while ago, I think. So he did Adventures in Space and Time first, and then they cast him for this role, obviously off the back of that.
Yeah, so that was in 2013 for the 50th anniversary. That little special, and then 4 years later or whatever it is, they're like, "Hey, do you want to actually come play the first Doctor?"
Wow, that's so fucking awesome. That's so cool, dude. Yeah,
it was ruined for me. I think it leaked a few weeks beforehand, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, because I remember seeing something about it, and then when the episode came up, I was like, "Oh shit, it was true. They're actually doing that," which was still cool and stuff. But yeah, a bit of a shame that it leaked.
It's a massive shame. That's fucking what a shame.
But it's a great ending. It's and I think really interesting. This is the first time New Who has done this. We've had multiple Doctor stories with Doctors that have been around recently and stuff, but now a classic Doctor, and not only that, a classic Doctor, and the actor has obviously passed, and so we have to recast and stuff. I think having the courage to recast such an iconic role is I think it should be commended, and something that people shouldn't necessarily be too afraid to do, really. But I think it's good.
I would like
to
see it way more now. I feel like if this had happened now and not 8 years ago, 9 years ago, I think if this had happened now, you'd get some fucking unsightly resurrection of a dead guy.
Awesome AI
fucking shit. Yeah, awesome. I have no interest in seeing what that would have been in today's landscape. So I'm very glad that this exists. I
don't think Doctor Who would go down that route.
I would hope not. It would feel so. I don't know. There's something about. But then again, I don't know. I think there's a lot of this can be saved for a conversation on a new era of Doctor Who that we're not ready to talk about yet. But there's a lot. I would have said a lot of stuff for certain, and now I'm not so sure on a lot of the direction that Doctor Who could be going in. So I don't know, but I
don't know. I don't necessarily think so, but
I hope to never see it. So that's something. Yeah,
I'm glad that they were able to do this, and it's I think it's a really interesting and intriguing way to end the episode, and has us looking forward to next week.
I'm so excited for next week. The thing that's sticking in my head is the quote from Bill, and it's kind of I wonder if it will become the thesis statement for next week, because I truly have no idea where next week goes at all. The only thing I knew about next week is the first Doctor was in it. And Mark Gatiss is in it as well. but I'm very excited I'm curious whether the thesis statement is going to be the doctor's taken. You're not in it. I wonder if the doctor's taken kind of credence from what Bill's been saying of the if I can't live as me, then it's time to die kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm curious if that plays a role in it, but very excited, man. Very, very excited. And this was, I'm very excited, but I'm not going to watch it until like 5 minutes before we record because then Peter Capaldi won't be the doctor anymore.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
I don't want him to go.
I'll watch it again 5 minutes before we record.
Oh, yeah, because then that's a nice cheat code because then he gets to be the doctor again.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. God damn it.
It's beautiful. I think it's a great episode. But yeah, obviously more next week. And now it's time for this. Weirdo of the Week. Weirdo. This is everyone's favorite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every week. Now, Lawrence, you clearly forgot this is a segment that we do on this show, given your little oh shit as I press the weirdo of the week button.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just there. Would you like me to go first this week?
I would love it if you could go first. And Nathan, but the one thing I do want to be cautious of is that I would hate it if we by some random chance had the same weirdo.
I'm sure you would. Yeah. I'm sure that would be
really upsetting for me.
That would be an upset and a shock and twist, wouldn't it?
But something that I feel like we would just have to move on from and accept.
Well, I don't know. Let me scroll up because I actually forgot what I put.
Okay.
Yes, of course. My weirdo is the Mondasians, or whoever is basically running the Cyberman operation. Fuck off. For going with any other design other than the goated Mondasian Cyberman design. Like, why would they give them the silly little underpants? All right, just keep it as the classic Mondasian. They don't need to evolve. They're fine as they are. They can still fly. We see them fly, so it's fine.
We do see them fly. What I'll say,
they got that head thing.
They do have that head thing.
They can kill you with head, so that's pretty sick.
And what a way to go!
What a way to go!
Look,
you know
what I'll say is because obviously you read my mind. Literally, we wrote down the same weirdo, both of us, me and you. But what I'll say as a point of difference, I'm not saying this, but maybe someone would say this to play devil's advocate. That I think it's a nice celebration of all the New Who era of Cybermen.
Yeah, but the Cybers one is goated and better, so fuck him.
The Cybers one is goated and better.
No, the Mondasian one.
The Mondasian one is goated and better. Yeah, absolutely. Agree.
The Cybers one is the worst.
The Cybers one is so ugly. Yeah,
ugly, man. Ugly. Shit.
Look, it has a place in my heart.
Not mine. Get rid of it.
But yeah,
you know me. You know I have zero fucking room for nostalgia.
Yeah, in my heart. You don't. Yeah.
Get out of there.
You're unaffected by that a lot.
I'll shoot it with a gun.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, look, I could tell you about my weirdo, but I think you've summed it up, really. You've nailed it.
Okay.
Really there.
You don't want to just have a quick thing?
I can't think of anyone, man. I tried. I had a little think when you were playing that theme song.
It's true. You did think for all of 5 seconds about it.
Well, it's longer than 5 seconds. I don't know if it's longer than 10, but...
All right, well,
I can't think of it. Maybe the woman that wants to fuck Nardole so hard.
Oh, yeah, go on, yeah. She shot Bill.
Yeah, she shot Bill, and she's immediately switched on to, like, within 5 seconds, she's like, Nardole, I'll put your entire bald head up me. Like, I'm all for
Jesus Christ. All right. At some point during the recording of this, I had an email from Ari saying, hope your leg feels better, so thanks. I guess.
That's nice. Thank you, Ari.
That's nice. Thank you.
Lovely stuff. Well, in that case, everyone, it is time for the audience to have their say. Nathan, don't know if you were aware of that. We got some emails, we got a voice note, and we got some Discord messages like this one that I'm going to read out now. Tunfin, I think that's how it's pronounced. Tunfin.
Cancelled.
No, I didn't know. Anyway, look, they say, good evening, Nathan. Lawrence and Nathan. Oh, I'm never first. It's normally Nathan and Lawrence, which I quite like.
It's not. I feel like it's often Lawrence and Nathan.
Maybe we're both just applying our biases to this and we're both jealous.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Good evening, Lawrence and Nathan. This is my first time writing in as I've recently caught up with all the episodes, brackets which I've really enjoyed listening to on my walks. So thank you so much for making them. You're very welcome. I absolutely love both parts of this story, and I think this is probably my favourite Doctor Who finale from any series. I love the setup in the first part with the general relativity and time affected by the black hole. The use of real science in sci-fi is always a win in my book as a physics student. Uh-oh, Nathan, we got a nerd. Another nerd.
Oh, no. Nerd.
Everyone has outstanding acting in this episode, and it really hits you in the feels watching Bill and the Doctor speak to each other. The best part definitely has to be Capaldi's speech, though. It is powerful and I think perfectly represents who the Doctor is. And then they've quoted, I do what I do because it's right, because it's decent, and above all else, it's kind. It's just that, just kind. Missy was clearly affected by it, even though the Master said he didn't listen to a word of it. And I've seen it suggested that the Doctor speaks... And I've seen it suggested that the Doctor mainly speaks to him, so the idea is planted for Missy. The really sad part of this is the Doctor never finds out that it did make a difference and Missy wanted to do the right thing in the end. One of the bleakest Doctor Who endings, I think, but that makes it stand out and gives it a real impact on the audience. Yeah, I agree. I agree with all of that. I agree too. Yeah. Delivering the speech to the Master to let it sink in for Missy so that it feels like it's something that she's already heard before. That's interesting. I never considered that.
Yeah, very interesting way to think about it.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's awesome. And also, you agree that it is a tragedy that the Doctor never found out that Missy stood with him at the end.
I do.
Yeah,
massively. Yeah, but you love that.
I love it because I think it's good character stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for writing in, and you're so welcome. I hope you listen to more of us while you do walks and stuff. Where you walking to? Write in and let us know where you're going.
Lawrence, thank you for asking. This is from Maddie. Who says the Doctor falls. Hello, Nathan and Lawrence. See, Nathan and Lawrence. This is my first time writing in, though I am a long-time listener, having listened since the second or third episode in January or February of 2023. Bloody hell, that's when we started all those years ago.
Oh, my Lord.
About the episode, can I just say what an absolute banger? I'll allow it. Probably one of my greatest Doctor Who episodes ever, and certainly the best two-parter and the best finale. It's not finale. I truly can't say enough about this episode and this ending. What a way to send Capaldi off with one of my favourite and absolutely heartbreaking regeneration, or almost regeneration, quotes. I thought that there would be stars. Kills me every time and reduces me to bawling like a baby. Moffat is truly at his best here. However, can we talk about Murray Gold? Ooh, Gold is absolutely cooking. I am slightly loath to admit that I saved a Google search for Murray Gold plus Series 10 soundtrack because I've been waiting for the ability to listen to these absolute bangers on repeat. The use of the 4 knocks for John Sims' Master and Bill's theme and variation thereupon, bringing back the Shepherd's Boy, absolute chef's kiss. Truly, I could go on and on, but I'll try to keep this more brief than originally typed. There may be episodes I love more because of sentimentality, but the send-off of the Moffat era and the era I have come to think of as being Doctor Who, I couldn't think of a better series of episodes than these last two, brackets and also the Christmas special, but that kind of gets tacked on there. Not bad, just tacked. If it was after this episode that I knew something was fundamentally changing in both Doctor Who and in my own life, these episodes marked the end of a show I had grown up with, and brackets, I feel, the end of my childhood. Every time I rewatch this again, I am again hit with a realization, and I have a little ache to go back to being a child seeing Rose for the first time. Oh. Sorry to get sentimental and rambly at the end there, but there's just so much to discuss in this episode. I can't tell you how lovely it is to have two people who love the show with the same fierceness and passion as I do, and who have just as many opinions as I do. Unlike many other types of Doctor Who fan media, your pod is comfortable and inviting to listen to, and always makes me smile. I am, brackets, almost excited for the Chibnall era and looking forward to watching some new, to me, episodes with fresh eyes and some interesting banter and bickering from two beautiful boys. Keep legging, all the best. Maddie Rose, brackets, my actual name, not something taken from Doctor Who. Oh, thank you very much, Maddie. That was very sweet. Thank you.
Maddie Rose is a great name. That's a very good
Maddie Rose is a great name.
Yeah. That's thank you for sharing all of that. That's absolutely lovely to hear. I think so many people do connect to Doctor Who on that kind of level because it is a show that lends itself to eras so much. We say it all the fucking time.
The Eras tour.
The Eras tour Doctor Who. The Moffat years.
I'm in the Moffat era. I'm in my Moffat era.
My Moffat era. Yeah. But I think that's so cool. Yeah, I think this is the show lost me before this. So it's fascinating coming back to listen to it all.
And let me tell you, being your friend was tough around.
I was a
time.
wanker about it.
I was your friend. I was saving this for next week mostly, but I remember I've mentioned this on the podcast before. I can't find the clip; it doesn't exist. I think I deleted it during the edit. But on our first podcast that we did, that being Your Opinion Sucks, which we did at uni, there was a moment where we talked about Peter Capaldi has announced that he's stepping down from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And my God, how much I wanted to punch you in that moment. Because
I was like, yeah, great, about time or whatever.
You was like, oh, I remember being really sad when David Tennant said he was stepping away, but Peter Capaldi, fuck off. I don't care. No one cares. No one likes you as Doctor Who. And I was like, Lawrence, I want to stab you with a gun right now.
It's so baffling that I did that, because it's purely just like, look, I'm not above it, right? I'm happy to admit. I don't know why I was walking around with borrowed opinions. Like it was so bizarre that I was doing that.
And you were so confidently wrong as well. Just the worst kind.
Well, I know that there is one bad one. I think Hugo found it. If it wasn't Hugo, I apologize to whoever did find it. Of like something that I said in one of the early AHP episodes where I'm like, Clara sucks shit or whatever.
Oh yeah, like something like Clara's not only the worst companion in Doctor Who, but also the worst character in TV or something.
Which is a crazy statement.
You're lucky I did not fucking genuinely stab you.
It's a wild thing. Even if you didn't like Clara, to say she's the worst character in fiction is like the boldest, most angriest with no claim stance of all time. It was Hugo. Yeah, thank you for keeping me accountable, Hugo. I appreciate it.
I'm so glad that we were able to do this podcast and that I was able to show you, much like a Christmas Carol, that I was able to show you your past and show you how wrong you are.
I'm just picturing the Michael Gambon delivery of me standing there being like Clara sucks, but she doesn't. What's happening in my brain?
But it is.
But it is.
That's good stuff.
Awesome stuff.
Do we have another Discord message? I assume we have more than one.
We do have more than one. Nat, or Pearl Goblin, aka Nat, says, I'm sure I'm not alone in finding Missy's arc to be the most compelling plotline in this two-parter. What I love is that we see her grappling with the battle between her evil side and her desire to become allies with the Doctor again. Even in this episode, faced with an incarnation most emblematic of her darkest urges, you can see she's not quite sure which way she's going to go as she flip-flops as the various moments go throughout. But when it's at the point of no return, she finally does choose the Doctor. Even if 12 never gets to know it, it's all the more poignant because it's something only Missy knows about herself. There we go. Also, 12 speech about doing right because it's kind is one of the most quintessential thesis of what it means to be the Doctor, and I love it so much. Nat,
that's beautiful.
You are speaking my language. I agree with every word that you say.
Mine too.
Yeah.
This is an email from Izana. Who says Izana.
Oh.
Nothing like what you said.
Aslan, yeah.
Izana.
Yeah, Aslan.
Right, good. Culture Corner. Hi, Nathan and Lawrence. You guys heard of the ship of Theseus? I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I know it is Trigger's broom myself.
I've seen WandaVision. Thank you very much.
Steamrolled over my joke.
I didn't know your joke. I don't know Only Fools and Horses, all right?
Yeah, well, engage in the culture.
Sorry. Well, then
that's true British culture right there.
Sorry.
Only Fools and Horses, a show your dad watched.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. You and my dad.
Yeah, you guys said the ship of Theseus. It's an old thought experiment in philosophy that questions identity. A big reason I love the show is that its constant change puts it in a special place to add to the conversation. I'll quote a smarter person than me so I don't fuck up the explanation. Wikipedia says, the ship of Theseus, also known as Theseus's paradox, is a paradox and common thought experiment about whether an object is the same object after having all of its original components replaced over time, typically one after the other. Now, obviously, the show changes a lot, but I think we can still agree that it still keeps a lot of its core the same. As for the Doctor himself, he's physically and completely different, but more importantly, his personality changes too. I think 10 had more vain reasons for not wanting to change, but the core idea of burning up to see see another man live your life is valid. Brackets, and only 4 to 5 years to 2 incarnations of the same face, be pretty fucking pissed too. What I'm trying to ask is the Doctor really a different person when he changes, or does he keep just enough of himself? Thoughts. Thanks again, guys. Still got love for the pod, Izana. Thank you, Izana.
What do you think?
I think it's still ultimately the same person. And I think that's proven by the fact that the Doctor is still he's still doing this shit. He's still running about saving people. He's still being the Doctor, and he's still willing to kill himself at any moment for the universe.
There's a code of conduct that's upheld. It's I think presentation changes. I think not to be weirdly enough, as we've spoken about multiple versions of Lawrence throughout this podcast, right?
Yes.
I have changed drastically, in the last 10 years, especially. I think I've become a vastly different person. But I always feel like I've upheld the same kind of moral code, and I think that's exactly the same. It's just it's manifested by a physical transformation as well. Literally, Matt Smith says it. It's the ending line of his. It's part of his Doctor farewell speech with everyone changes throughout their lives, and I think that's just basically what regeneration is.
We all change.
Yeah, all through our lives. But yeah, that's cool. I yeah, I've never thought of Doctor Who compared to the Ship of Theseus before. That's great. That's interesting.
I like the Ship of Theseus.
Yeah. What do you like about it? What part?
I like Trigger's broom.
But what part of the ship do you like? Do you like the stern?
No, I like Trigger's broom.
Okay. We're both trying to do different bits, and neither of us are complying.
I like Trigger's broom. Who's next, Lawrence?
Who is next, Nathan? I'm actually not sure. I'm going to find out right this moment. Punforgivable says, actually, okay. You know what you did.
Wow.
You know what you did.
Brutal.
No.
What did they do?
They said, yeah. I'll read it, but I'm not happy about it. Punforgivable says, hello, Larry and Nary. Shut up. So much to say about this episode. The performances from everyone, standout performances from Pearl Mackie and Peter Capaldi, somehow tricking my smooth brain into actually seeing emotion in the body language of a Mondasian Cyberman. It is an episode I find myself constantly revisiting and yet still being emotional each time. The two masters playing off each other is fantastic, even when you can see the internal battle that Missy is going through between her want to be a better person and the fun and excitement that she remembers loving in the Sim Master. I really love the absolute I really love the absolute tank that is 12 after being repeatedly bodied by Cybermen and still going, showing us how genuinely difficult it is to kill a Time Lord. Shan't ramble on for too long, but my nominee for this week's weirdo is going to have to be Nardole. Whenever he tells anyone I can kick your ass, it makes me turn inside out. No, you can't. You hosted Bake Off. Anyway, ciao, Punforgivable from the Discord.
Very fun.
I didn't like the Larry thing, but that's a very funny message, so you're forgiven. That's fun stuff. Yeah.
Counterpoint, though, Mel and Sue also hosted Bake Off, and they could kick my ass.
They could fully weigh each other in, yeah. Or anyone.
No, not each other. Why would they weigh each other in?
Might do, if they're having fun.
No.
No? No. They could apply their physical strength to one another and beat each other up.
But they wouldn't.
They might not. You don't know the circumstances.
I do. There is no circumstances in which they would fight.
But they might beat each other up. You never know.
No, I do know.
They can beat you up, though, and me.
They can beat me up, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But never each other.
I hope they don't ever turn on each other. Yeah. Who's the old bin? Is she still in Bake Off?
Fucking hell, man. You always do this. You're always so fucking... I don't know what it is, but whenever there's an old woman, you're just always so... Who's that fucking old bin? Man, you're always so... Jesus Christ.
I can't remember her name. She loves cakes. She was going on about fucking...
Mary Berry?
No, is it Mary Berry?
Because she was in it with Mel and Sue, but then stopped when it switched over to Channel 4. It's now
she's
someone else who I don't like.
Not Mary Berry. It's another old woman. She's in. She's Paul Hollywood's mate. Well, I suppose they all are. But
they're all Paul Hollywood's mate, aren't they? He's like, yeah, Paul Hollywood. I'll give you a handshake or whatever.
Pierce is saying it. Yeah, fucking. I can't stand it. He's such a little wanker. I don't like Paul Hollywood. He's like, I know how to make bread. Have a handshake. Fuck off.
Great. So you might be thinking, Nathan, did we get a voice note this week? You are correct. We did get a voice note this week.
Yeah, I was thinking that, so I'm glad you've clarified.
We also got another voice note.
What?
And another voice note.
What?
And another voice note.
4 voice notes.
We got 4 voice notes.
God,
okay.
Damn. Okay, how do you choose?
And that's the thing, Lawrence.
Yeah.
I was like, genuinely, how do I choose? Okay.
Yeah.
Because if I pick one, then people are gonna get upset at me, and then
No, fuck them.
like,
Just pick one.
Well, I did pick one, and then I picked 3 others.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Nathan.
So look.
Have a spine, for fuck's sake.
You look, in the edit, you can do whatever you want to do. All right?
Right.
But
I'm not doing this every week. We're not doing this is how Still Got Thoughts got changed in the first place.
But I think there's some good stuff here though, and like because I have listened to them, I think there's some quite nice stuff, and I'd hate to skip over some of it. Okay. So first of all, this is from Lewis, who says,
"I do what I do because it's right, because it's decent, and above all, it's kind. Just that, just kind." Hello boys, how we doing? I think it's been a while since I last did my previous voice note. I think it was Thin Ice. Either way, I'm here to reclaim the title, so everyone back off. This episode, or 2-part finale, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely astonishing. The writing is superb. The Cybermen are the best they've ever been in the modern era. The Master Missy arc, the 12th Doctor's final stand, it is just absolutely gorgeous writing. It is such a shame to me that it's not the last episode of Capaldi's story, you know, his regeneration, because I do believe, I know it was supposed to be written that way originally, but personally I do believe that if, you know, when he's had his final stand and he's dying on the battlefield and he looks up to the artificial sky and says, "No stars, I'd hope there be stars," you know, as his last words, that would have been just brilliant. You know, get rid of your standard regeneration bollocks, you know, with the whole, "Oh, I'm regenerating in the TARDIS, I'm going to blow it up and it's going to be all dramatic." Just fade to black, done. And then Chibnall could have just brought Jodie in his own little way. But, you know, nonetheless, it's still one of my top 10 stories of all time. But yeah, keep legging, lads. Absolutely love this episode, love this series, absolute bangers and mash. And if you haven't played that, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Bye.
Sorry
about that.
We played it last week, so it's fine.
We did, yeah. And we played the full version as well. It was uninterrupted.
Yeah.
Look, I will say I wasn't laughing at you. I'm laughing because in the chat, as we stream these on Patreon, Pierce said blood's in a wind tunnel. And
that's why I laughed.
And it caught Nathan and I off guard.
That's why I laughed. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly run through these and go into the next one.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Hello, boys. It's me, Hugo. My bit for this week is that I'm British, and also, I'm not Hugo at all. Ha! Fooled you. I'm actually Leah. Well, before I get started, I would just like to say, what a fantastic episode. I have heard legends about this series 10 finale, and they were all true. But as much as I would love to continue praising the episode, as much as I love to continue praising the finale, the character work, the setting, the genuine horror of the Cybermen, I have a bone to pick with some people. There are some fans who believe that this is where the show should have ended. That the Doctor does one last good deed without hope, without witness, and without reward, and then getting to rest forever. I would like to wish these people a very hearty, "What the hell are you talking about?" You think that's how the show should end? That's how the Doctor's story ends?
Yeah,
the story of a character whose main reason for existence is that everything matters because of love and kindness and beauty, and he should just die? Is that really thematic to the show that Doctor Who is? No! What this opinion actually is that they don't like the seasons that came after this. They think it would be better if they didn't exist at all. They think nothing is better than bad.
because
Okay,
Woman
first
Doctor,
off,
right?
they are bad.
Woman
There are
Doctor
some
bad.
very good episodes in there. I can name them
That's
all,
what you
and I
say.
was going to, but I don't want to spoil anything. And also, just God forbid the show changes, guys. Just it's okay for the Doctor to keep traveling, and the idea that the show should end because it gets bad later on when the showrunners didn't friggin' know what the show was going to be like, it's just ridiculous. It's a take I hate. So yeah, excuse the right boys, but there are some people who deserve to be yelled at. And if you feel yelled at by this, if you feel got at by this, good. Love you.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm I'm still stuck on Bizarro Hugo.
And Bizarro Hugo is very fun.
That's
Maybe the
very
real
fun.
Hugo will show up to put them right.
Well, who can
Hello.
say?
After my mental breakdown last week, my bit this week is no bit, because this episode is too good and I know too many facts to waste time with silly nonsense. So, first fact, this episode was originally supposed to be Stephen Moffat and Peter Capaldi's last, but Chibnall didn't want to start Jodie's run with a Christmas special. Moffat was worried that if Doctor Who skipped a Christmas special one year, they would lose the coveted Christmas Day slot, so he agreed to write an extra episode. Of course, this was all negated by Chris Chibnall deciding to switch to a New Year's special for Jodie's run, so hey-ho. Second fact, the floor 507 in the spaceship is a culmination of Moffat's repeated tributes to RTD, because RTD frequently used 57 as a number when he needed to exaggerate things, like saying 57 academics just punched the air to Shakespeare. Moffat talked in Doctor Who magazine about how he used the number 57 a few times himself in his era as tribute. One of my favorite bits of the episode is the speech the Doctor gives about how Cybermen are an inevitable part of human evolution, like sewage, smartphones, and Donald Trump. I think it's such a clever framing of Cybermen because we've seen variants of them over the years, and this just makes it clear that there is no one genesis of the Cybermen. Humanity is just doomed to repeat itself. I think about that a lot in the context of AI these days, as well as the second Trump term, and feels even more prescient now. Also, just to show you how Doctor Who addled my brain is, I remember watching the January 6th insurrection live on TV in 2021, and the line, "Always read the comments because one day there'll be an army," popped into my head. Finally, I remember a number of fans complaining that Bill should have died for realism reasons. I'll just read Stephen Moffat's quote about that ending. Quote, "She doesn't die. I don't think Doctor Who is that kind of show. Doctor Who is a big-hearted, optimistic show that believes in kindness and love and that wisdom will triumph in the end. I don't believe it's the kind of show that says there are bitter, twisted, nasty endings, because it's not. It's not gritty, it's aspirational. It says it can work, and wisdom and kindness will triumph, and love will always come through in the end. I think there aren't enough people or enough shows saying that, and I'm damned if Doctor Who is going to join in with the general chorus of despair." Last thing, I'll just leave you with this thought. I quite enjoy the fact that towards the end of his run, Stephen Moffat decided that his ideal companion departure is companion outgrows the Doctor to travel around space with her new girlfriend. A true ally.
See, I'll give you props for this, Hugo, because originally I had already received a voice note, and I thought, I'll use that one this week. We won't go with Hugo this week.
Yeah.
But then I got Hugo's voice note, and I heard that, and I thought, fuck, I have to include that Moffat quote because that's just so good.
That's a great fucking quote. Yeah.
So that's also partly why I'm doing them all.
Was he say the general chorus of despair or something?
But that's why he's my goat, man.
Yeah,
the man just gets Doctor Who.
Yeah, he does,
okay,
yeah.
that is it to me. That is fucking.
That's such a fuck on from Chibnall though, to be like, I will ruin the ending I had planned, or like, I guess in the way that he was like, I want to do. This is how I want to end the era, but I guess I'll do the Christmas thing so we don't lose Christmas, and then Chibi goes, fuck Christmas anyway. Like, that's crazy.
I don't think it was like a malicious intention.
Oh, well, no, it definitely
like,
wouldn't have been. But you would have been.
No.
You would have been Stephen Moffat seeing that news article pop up and being like, "For fuck's sake."
Yeah,
yeah. That's
anyway.
fun.
Here's the last one.
Yes, Nathan, I too like disguises. They're sometimes important when you happen to be someone else's Doctor Who Rewatch podcast. It is us from Never Ever Eat Pears, the only other Doctor Who Rewatch podcast. There are none others because we turn them all into Cybermen. Hello, yes. I mean, just sorry that you guys are having to go through such an emotional. Well, you will have gone through it at this point, but absolutely emotional departure for dear old Bill.
Oh man.
And some beautiful. I mean, we get another reappearance of the shepherd's boy.
Hell yeah.
With that beautiful scene where once again the Sonic is just set to blow shit up. Setting.
Blow it up.
And the departure, because this is technically the first time we see both Bill and Nardole.
Yeah. The last time we see them.
And there's something that another series brought up, that I think Nardole dies.
He must do.
Yeah, because eventually those Cybermen will.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But to you guys in Still Got Legs, what is? I think you talked about in the last episode, but outside of the Mondasian Cybermen, which for me, I don't know about you, Pete, is my favorite Cyberman design.
By far.
I recently went to a Doctor Who exhibition in Peterborough, and they had a lineup of all of the Cybermen.
Ooh, nice.
What outside of the original Mondasian design is your favorite and why? This is Regan from Never Ever Eat Pears and Pete signing out.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Isn't that nice?
That's very
What a
nice.
nice thing. From our bitter enemies and rivals.
From people that don't exist, it's nice that they were able to send a voice note.
It's nice. Yeah, the fact that they don't exist, but we're able to somehow do that, that's quite fun.
Yeah, that is quite nice.
Very thank you to everyone who sent in a voice note in. Don't get used to that, because Lawrence will shout at me if I do that every week.
I will shout him if he does it every week, but it's okay. It's a little treat this week.
And I don't like being shouted at. Also, remember when I said, "Hey, send in a voice note, but keep it to 30 seconds"?
Yeah,
that went out the window.
That went out the window so quick.
You should all keep them to 30 seconds again. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna say this now, right? And Nathan, I'm comfortable being the bad guy sometimes. Nathan doesn't like people being mean to him. I'm gonna tell you this, right? Here's a rule I'm imposing, right? And as the editor, even if Nathan doesn't adhere to this, I can do it outside of Nathan's control, right? Series 11, right? Wow. Voice notes capped to you get 30 seconds. It's nice. 45 seconds, you cut off. You're done. At that point, you will get chopped clean in.
Wow.
And I'm just saying that.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
No, myself. Nathan wouldn't say that, but I'm gonna say that. And then when we hang up, Nathan's going to say, thanks for saying that. That's going to really keep things under control.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to say that at all. However, but what I will say, favorite Cyberman design is obviously the Mondasian Cyberman. But outside of that, as that was the question, we haven't got to this yet. And I don't want to say too much because of spoilies. But
I hate spoilies.
There's a point in episodes to come where the Cybermen will mix with another race.
Oh, I know about that. I know that.
Yeah, I know you do, but for also other people as well.
Sure, gotcha.
Where the Cybermen will mix with another race and have a design based on that.
And it looks rad as fucking hell.
And it's both the stupidest thing you have ever seen, but also kind of fucking slaps as well.
Yeah. It's so pompously stupid, but great. Yeah.
It's so very stupid, but really good. And I like that a lot. So yes. But again, I'm not going to say too much on that for now.
Yeah. I if I had to choose my one, and I'm limited, right? I don't know too many designs. And ones that we haven't already spoken about in today's episode. I'm going to say the design of... remember when the Doctor goes to the museum in Dalek and he sees the head in the thing?
Oh, yes. Yes. I don't know what specific Cyberman that is, but the classic kind of chunky... Yeah,
but it doesn't necessarily matter, because the design I'm choosing is that one specifically, that head in the case.
Cool.
I do.
To be honest, the same one I'm talking about, the ones where the Cyberman mix in with the other race, they do have a design which is sort of reminiscent of that, because they get redesigned again, and they do go to a more chunkier style, which is sort of reminiscent of that one, which is quite cool.
There's so many cyber designs.
I know, it's good. I like it. Dalek should take note.
Yeah, they really should. Isn't it wild that approach has been so fine with Cybermen, but everyone's terrified to touch a Dalek? Yeah, bizarre.
We all know how much I fucking...
It really is just the fallout from the fucking Paradigm Daleks, isn't it?
But they were good, man.
No, they were bad.
No, they weren't.
No.
You were a coward.
No,
all
I'm
right?
not a coward.
We could have had it all.
You're conflating
right?
two ideas, right? I'm telling you that you are correct in having the opinion they should change, but not into that. That was a bad
They
design.
should have. No,
You
they
only like it
should've.
because there's a difference.
You're the problem, all right? You're the problem.
I'm excited to see that weird little metal spoon version or whatever the fuck. It looks the one, the Jodie Whittaker one. The
self-made one.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of getting stuff, Nathan, we should get to this outro. Thank you very, very much for listening. Alrighty then. Thank you very much for listening. It would mean the world to Nathan and I if you would drop us a little 5-star review. That would be so nice and cool. Also, you can check out on Instagram and on TikTok at Still Got Legs Pod. We're actually posting stuff, and I've found a rhythm that I'm consistently posting.
Is found a rhythm, everyone.
Yeah.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Oh,
The night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, Lawrence, what song should we go away with? Tell me now so I can cue it up.
Let's go with James Blunt, Wise Men.
Okay.
Also, we have a Discord. I don't know if anyone here knew that, but there's all
I've
sorts
heard
going
of
on
it.
in there. There's all sorts going on there.
What's going on in there? People are doing
I'll tell
episode. People are doing episode watch-alongs.
Yeah.
They're watching the episodes that we're talking about before we record them.
There's
So
lovely.
that's fun.
There's movie nights that are organised, which are a bunch of fun.
Yeah, maybe.
There's chatting about telly. There's chatting about arts. Chatting about music. There's all sorts going on in there. I cannot stress this enough. It is not just Doctor Who related. So if you want to make some friends,
mostly Doctor Who related.
It's not mostly Doctor Who. There's so much chat that isn't Doctor Who.
It's mostly Doctor Who.
If you want to make some mates in a truly lovely community that is kept inclusive and kept safe, then come and join the fun. And speaking of keeping it safe, thank you to Nina, thank you to Melina, and thank you to Pierce for keeping it safe and being such vigilant, beautiful mods and sheriffs.
And thank you to me.
And thank you to Nathan for general vibes and cool stuff.
And also keeping it safe.
And keeping it safe and keeping it real, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, we have a Patreon. It's £5 to access
£5
everything on there, which we think is actually a bit of a steal. And each month,
what can you get for £5?
Well, I'll tell you, Nathan.
What can you? No. Like if you go to the shops, what are you getting with £5? Not much.
You
these
can't
days.
even buy a pint for a fiver these
loaf
days.
of bread.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't get a pint for a fiver.
No chance.
Could you go to a local Costa Coffee and get a bloody TikTok frappuccino with Labubu fucking
Barger Blast? Is that something?
Barger Blast things?
Barger Blast Grimace Shake? Is that something?
Could you get one of those for a fiver? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But we will. We'll give you, when you sign up, we'll give you that.
But you know what you can get for a fiver?
Yeah.
You can get episode commentaries.
Yes, you can.
You can get fun topic episodes.
You can indeed.
You can get Still Got Rex, where we talk about other shit.
Yeah.
You can get live stream recordings.
It's a bonus recommendation podcast, but there you go.
Yeah. Look, there's so much shit, man. It's £5 a month.
It's £5 a month.
And then you get all the other old stuff, so you can cancel and just like download it.
Would you
all.
stop with this? Anyway, that's it.
You shouldn't, but you can. There's nothing legally stopping you from doing that.
We couldn't stop you.
Ethically, sure, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's a nasty thing to do
but
to
you
someone.
can do it.
Yeah, we work hard to get those things up there, so please.
Yeah.
Look, thank you
And you
very
get a
much.
mug.
Yeah, and you get a mug.
Eventually.
Eventually you get a mug. Look, I'm washing my hands of that. That's Nathan's business.
Look,
all right.
they're coming soon, all right? We're getting the mugs.
All right. I will say, Nathan, are you excited for next week when you are going to upload all of our notes, as you said? You were waiting for the end of the series. Okay.
100%. I am as well.
I'm watching you.
Yeah.
I'm watching you. I've got a big folder full of them.
Because and so have I. And once the Moffat era is over, once that episode drops, the notes will go up.
Okay, my notes and your notes.
All notes, yeah.
I don't like. There's something I'm missing here. There's something I'm missing. Anyway, look, Nathan. Well, I've had a good time. You've had a good time, I assume, but I don't want to talk for you. So, Nathan, lead us out with some parting words, if you would.
I've had such a beautiful time. It's been a great time here recording with all my friends and family and beautiful people who have come along to support us on this journey.
Yeah.
And what I would like to do is let everyone know that
we're not getting any money from this now.
We're not getting any money from this. But that's fine because we don't anyway from
claimed
YouTube.
straight away. Yeah. Good stuff.
But hey, sometimes you got to sacrifice that coin, you know, to let people know.
As Gwen says, Nathan, sometimes it's just the lyrics, really. They don't make any sense.
And sometimes she said to me,
she said to me, go steady on me,
Oh my god, this is such a banger.
Came down from heaven, smoke down till 7. All the shit that they can find. Gonna be saved on you, gonna be free of you. Now you know there's no way out. Really sorry now, but what they've done, they were free ones, man. Just trying to have some fun. Look who's alone now, it's not me, it's not me. Those 3 wise men, they got a semi by the sea. They got a semi.
They got a semi.
We've all got a semi. Good night, everyone.
Not as much as I have.